Welcome back to another episode of the Kokomo Press Podcast. I have an amazing panel for you today, including my co-host, Cortni Richardson. But we have the two guys who have logged the most hours on the Kokomo Press Podcast back again. Yes, I'm talking about my homie, Matty Crull, and my other good homie, Sean Delrymple, a.k.a. Sean D is Funny on everything. So come on and hang out with us today as we talk about so many things in the news, including our recent informational drop on our Kokomo Press holiday special, live holiday special with friends. We're excited about it. These are two of the guests that are going to be on it, so you can come check them out on there. And we just talked about a bunch of things going on in the world right now, and we had a good time talking about Matt Rife, of course. You know, we like to talk about him. We talked about nostalgia and how things are when we were a kid, and we got onto the topic of AI because apparently when we four get together, we love talking about AI. So check out this episode of the Kokomo Press Podcast with myself, Cortni Richardson, Matty Crull, Sean Delrymple, a.k.a. The Funny Bunch, here on the Kokomo Press Podcast, baby. Woo!
Warning, this video contains adult content not suitable for children.
What's up? It's the Kokomo Press Podcast, and we're back with another fantastic episode. I brought some friends along. The panel is crazy. First off, I'm going to say over here in the red chair, returning,
Matty Crull.
Matty Crull's in the house. And in the black chair, returning,
Sean D, everybody.
Sean D's in the house. And in the green chair,
Hi, it's Cortni Richardson.
Cortni Richardson's in the house. And of course, you'll see me. We're all here today, so let's have a good ass time. How you guys doing, man? We're about to do like a big thing. I was gonna bring this up and let everybody know because we just announced it this week. But the Kokomo Press with Friends Live holiday special, Friday, December 15th at 8 p.m. on Facebook Live. And actually, I wasn't gonna announce anything. I'm still gonna announce the guests individually. But if you've watched the podcast today, I will say you're looking at two of our guests for the
I
Facebook.
have friends.
I know you're friend. You're part of Friends. Even with that Houston Rockets hat, you're still a friend. You know what I mean? I don't know how.
The dude, Hakeem Olajuwon, though, he was the dude.
This is a vintage.
I know. That's why he said Hakeem, man.
I've got a Hakeem jersey hanging in my closet.
Hell yeah.
Like from
Hakeem
like
the Dream,
95.
baby. Yeah, dude. Hakeem was the shit.
He's one of my favorite players back in the day. And I wasn't even a Rockets fan, but like
Yeah.
I just loved him. Like,
He's one of the greatest big men of all time.
yeah, he was so big, but he was so like functional. Like he could do everything. It was awesome.
Courtney, what's your opinion on Hakeem Olajuwon?
He was big.
Okay, cool. I'm just happy we got
Was he
Courtney's.
the dream?
Was he the dream?
He was the dream.
Are you making a black joke?
No.
Big down
He's
there.
big down there.
Which, by the way, what's up with the whitewashing on this picture? I couldn't even tell who was who.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, you can. You guys are crazy. Jordan's
it
still
took me a
darker.
minute.
Jordan's still darker. I don't know. I took pictures of them. It's literally still their skin color. If I pulled up, it'd still look like their skin
I
color.
had to ask
but
Courtney,
yeah.
like, who is this? I don't even know who this is.
How dare you?
Like you and Brian, I couldn't really tell. And like Courtney looks like Roseanne.
Oh, I feel like everybody looks the same.
I know they all look the same because you whitewashed them. They all look the same person.
Well, I put it into so I originally this is the picture he's talking about. If you guys see the Santa Clauses on there, like we all look kind of different here. I feel like we all look insane.
Use a color dropper.
Yeah.
You're gonna see that it's all the same color.
Well, it was like I was trying to. Okay, so I'm gonna pull this up. I was trying to figure out what I could do as far as like getting us a look. You know what I mean? And this is actually the first thing that I pulled up. It was from our show at the comedy show, and it literally turned. Bell is white in this.
Yeah,
He's literally white, and that's not. And somehow my beard became a gigantic chin. Yeah, they're like, here you go. So did Brian's.
AI's not quite there
They
yet.
put clothes on me.
Yeah, it definitely needed to. I actually asked it to. I was like, "Will you put fucking clothes on this one? She don't want to do it herself. So can you do it?" No, it was an interesting situation because like I was like, I can go through and draw us, but that'll take so long, and I've been trying to get this done. And then I was like, or I can like go to like a generator that like makes this look Christmassy. And then I messaged them all and I was like, can you guys send me like Christmas selfies? And Corey's like, how would I have a Christmas selfie? And I'm like, from last year?
I don't take Christmas selfies.
Yes, you do. You don't take any cool selfies?
No.
You
You're the
don't
worst
take
girl
pictures
ever.
at all?
I don't take pictures with like a Christmas tree. The pictures I have from Christmas are of my kids.
Oh. You don't like, I don't know, dude. Start taking photos of yourself, dude.
I don't do that either, so I
know.
get it. I'm not.
You do too.
I'm not a public figure though.
I bet you I could find a photo I can go on
You're not a
Facebook right now and
public
find
figure?
a photo of you Christmassy.
Really?
I bet. I think maybe you probably dressed
Christmassy?
up. Christmassy?
I rarely take selfies, but maybe.
I thought a few years ago, I know you did like a Darth Vader Christmas tree. You might have taken one in front of that one.
Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, I did. To me, it's like I went through and I was like, what do I was I put Santa. If you just go to your phone and you put in like a word,
I put
a lot of
Christmas,
time.
and
I put
sent you-
Santa. Go ahead. You sent me what you had.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
The difference is that I don't look the same as
Yeah,
any other.
yeah, it's true. You did lose 1 million pounds. That's true. I'm gonna turn you up. Normally you're superly annoying loud, but now today you're quiet.
Sorry.
I'm just kidding. Giving you a hard time. No, it's fun. I was excited because I was like, I'm gonna have a panel of people I actually like this week, and it's nothing against my guests because I love my guests. But when I don't know somebody, you know what I mean? You don't know, like you can meet somebody and do a whole podcast with them, and if you never met them before and you do a podcast and you don't like them, and luckily most of the time I like all my guests. It's great, but it's like I wanted to be sure that I was gonna like the people that I was with the last couple weeks.
Plus, the people you don't know aren't going to come on and give you shit for your photoshopping.
Yeah, my photoshopping sport. Is it bad? Is it
No,
that bad?
it's not bad. The colors is what cracked me up because the skin colors look the same.
Well,
so I got to give you.
Will
shit
you give
for
me a
it.
little bit of credit for the other one though? I was like, that's the one I want to talk about. Oh shit, it's not working on here for some reason.
Matt, you need
It's
to
not
stop
popping
trying
up.
to take the white out of Christmas.
Yeah. Quit trying. I think honestly, I told you guys the internet's been acting weird today. It's probably doing that right now because
all
I
good.
can't get it to come up. But yeah, it's this photo here.
I'm not
with,
saying the photoshopping is bad. I just thought it was funny because I was like, I couldn't tell.
this one is. Now it's popping up. This one isn't bad, right? Like see the lime thing. Isn't that kind of cool?
The line was really cool.
Yeah.
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 I like
that was really the only thing I wanted to do.
I liked the design of it. It was the faces
Yeah.
that would crack me up because I was like, who are these people? I don't even know.
If it makes you guys feel better, this whole thing was the colors of the fruit was actually all lime. I didn't go get different colors. I used a lime and then I changed the colors myself, and then I cut the thing and did the whole thing, changed everything. Yeah. So I've spent most of the time on that.
It looks good. Like I said, I was gonna give you shit before the podcast, but I was like, oh, we're on here now. We might as well say something about it.
It was already bad enough that like literally the faces that got put in with the Santa are all the same exact picture, so it already looks bad enough there. I was gonna cut it down so that it was just our faces and it wasn't I was just like, I'm done with this. I'm done doing this. I spent so much time making the other thing that I was like, I'm ready to be
No, I
done.
get it. I do graphic stuff.
I wanted to get it out by 6, and I looked up and it was like 5:55, and I was like, "Yep, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm done." Like I'm done. Yeah. To me, it was more like I just wanted a preliminary thing to let people know it's coming because we're gonna do a lot. There's gonna be a lot of behind the scene pictures. I'm gonna release stuff as we do stuff because we're gonna start shooting.
I'm way more excited about it now after
Reading that
we talked about this morning.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's so
very excited
much.
for
There's
that.
so much. There's like out of all the skits, we don't want to give away too much, and we're probably doing too much talking about it now as we're talking about it. But like, all right, why don't you chill? Their computer's running low on storage. Oh, okay, that'll probably be good during the podcast if I just run out of storage. No, it's like to me, we're gonna have such good skits, and everybody's gonna have such fun roles that I'm honestly not really concerned at all.
I think we could.
Yeah, and obviously Sean wrote one of the skits, which is pretty exciting.
Thank you.
And then actually one of the skits is the concept, the story is by Michelle. So Michelle kind of wrote one of the skits, which is kind of cool. Michelle Bratcher, who's also going to be on it. I guess I'm releasing all the guests today, but no, it's kind of what you can expect, man, from us because we're going to be doing so fucking much that I'm sorry. I'm going to delete some of these real quick before this shit acts weird. They're like, I'm producing. Sorry, guys. I'm producing.
It's all good. It's
Well, I wanted to
talk.
say that I have a question for everybody. It's a very important question. I was thinking about this last night.
Yeah.
Do you just raw dog your butthole with toilet paper? Or have you ever used a bidet?
I never have. I wish I had.
my brother has a bidet, but I've never used it. Like every time I go there, I'm like, I want to, but it's kind of intimidating. I'm
It's
like,
just a
what do I do? I
life-changing
don't.
experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't
Weren't they
mean that in a gay way. But I'm just saying, it's life changing.
When you were on the Taking It Too Far podcast,
Yeah.
don't they have one?
They have a bidet, and they talked. They spent a lot of time in the early episodes talking about this bidet because it's like
heard about
life
it,
changing
yeah.
to them. And their kid would be like, "Come on, you got to use all of his friends. You got to use the restroom upstairs." And they had to like limit his time.
Is that where you used it?
No.
Didn't you go on the podcast?
I've been on their podcast, but I didn't use the bathroom there. I didn't really feel welcome there.
Oh yeah, throw the shots at him. He's listening right now. No, he knows. He's already he's like apologized on air. Like he showed up to his Sean showed up to his house. He's like, "Why are you here?" He was like 10 minutes early, and Brandon
How
just
dare you
woke
be
up from a
early?
nap.
That's funny.
Well, now he shows up on time.
if I just woke up, like I'd be shitty too. I'd be like, dude, bro,
What the fuck?
You're like, 9.5 minutes early.
What are you doing?
Now,
Did you get it?
I'm always 10 minutes early. Like my grandpa always told me, like if you're on time, you're late.
Yeah.
So I will if I feel I'm too early, I'll take a lap around the block.
I'm the complete opposite. I'm always late.
Yeah.
Yeah, I started. I literally
I'm
when
always
I
late because of Matt.
I just did their podcast. Blaming Matt. How dare you blame Matt? I think I deleted it off here because like I already done it. But I just did their podcast recently, and when I did the episode, I was like, I'm gonna show up like 5 minutes late. I was like, I'm not showing up at the exact time because I know it.
You can't be early.
Now you can't for sure. I'll get yelled at.
Did you get a bidet? Was that life changing, or did you just use one?
No, I just used one.
Yeah.
I don't want to say where, but I used one.
That sounds
really,
ominous.
I was just fingering my butthole with the water hose.
I mean, I've done that. You could have just said that. Like, that's different.
Well, that's just the normal rite of passage for you.
I didn't want everybody to know all the things about me.
Yeah.
I've been doing some experimenting.
Well, the problem with that is you start with the hose, and the next thing you know, you have your girlfriend in the back power washing your asshole, taking the skin off. You're like, yes, please, take more.
Why do you think I own a super soaker?
Now I'm a super soaker. Well, you're talking about your brother, and I mean, is it public knowledge that about his orientation?
I don't know.
Oh yeah. Well, he's got a husband, right?
Yeah.
So that's public knowledge. He's gay. So like, when you said something about like no homo about the bidet, I'm like they're smart. They're the ones that know how to take care of their buttholes the best.
The only it's the only person that I know has a bidet is my gay brother.
Yeah,
so
I almost bought one.
It's smart.
I honestly, I use wipes. Like I use non-flushable wipes, and I just
I'm just imagining his
I like to have a clean beehole. I'm sorry,
his game.
guys.
I'm just imagining your brother's game before he got married. If he brought a guy home, and he's like, "Go use the bidet before we start."
makes sense. Yeah,
it's the right thing to do. I think
it makes sense.
and I want to get it for girls.
It's just
my girl.
courtesy.
I never really thought about it, but you're right. Like it does make a lot of sense because of the that's what you do.
Yeah, he's like, I got to clean it all up. I would. I mean, if I was gay, I would have
need
a
a bidet.
I'd have a bidet in a heartbeat. I should have a bidet now, just in case my girl wants to get frisky. You know what I'm saying?
Probably a good idea. Yeah.
Did I say 2 fingers? Better make it 3.
Road trip.
I was just talking about Road Trip recently. It's such a good fucking movie. I can't stand when people are like, I don't like that movie. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Great.
Tom Green.
Now there could be a case made for Euro Trip. It wasn't great, but Scotty doesn't know that song.
There's moments in Euro Trip. That's what I was gonna say,
song alone has become, and like Matt Damon's random cameo.
Oh,
with the
yeah.
guy, like that right there makes the movie. But the rest of the movie's kind of.
Or the part with
Road Trip's a classic though.
The dude from SNL, Fred Armisen. Me scusi.
Yeah,
That's one of the funniest scenes.
There's some really funny parts to it,
You
but
know
as
that?
a whole, it just executed kind of.
Yeah, is it your type of movie, right?
What?
That girl in it too. What's her
She
name?
has no sense of humor.
What's the girl in the movie? Do you know her name? She was in a lot of stuff when we were
I'm
younger.
hilarious.
And which one?
Wasn't she like
Road Trip?
Harriet? Wasn't she in that Harriet the Spy movie? The girl from Road Trip, and then like she was kind of hot in it, and they went to like a
I
nude
can't remember.
beach.
You know, it's been so long since I watched Euro Trip. Maybe it holds up better than I remember. I just need to go check it out. I don't know. Let me watch it again.
It's embarrassing, but when they were driving on the wrong side of the road, and he's like, "These fucking eye ties," I was like, "What the hell's an eye tie?" And he's literally Italians. I didn't fucking know that until I got to Italy. They were like eye tie, and I'm like, "No, light bulb." I was like, "Let's go through."
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno. So, you know, what you guys want to talk about something in the news this week? You know, we can talk about something. You guys want to talk about the fact that this young man got in trouble this week for blackface? California middle schooler banned from sports over blackface, but group says he was just wearing eye paint.
That's a little bit more than eye paint.
Yeah. But I mean, he's, you know.
It looks like war paint or something, though. It doesn't look like blackface.
Is he white?
Yeah, he's definitely. I mean, he's white adjacent. He looks Hispanic a little bit.
Adjacent, yeah.
Yeah, he's got braces, so he doesn't. That makes him white.
Okay. Elena has braces.
I wish my
there you go.
facial
She's
hair
white.
grew in like that.
I know. All of your-
See, yeah.
There's guys that work like that.
Dude, yeah, my stepdad, dude, like his beard will grow up like up here, and I'm like, what is happening with your face?
It's just fucking, just going its own way.
Yeah, it's like all the way up by his eyes and shit. I'm like, that's crazy.
No, I thought it was an interesting like concept because I'm like not the Ultimate Warrior, but like what are those guys that used to have the football? What the fuck?
Yeah, the Road Warriors.
Road Warriors. That's what they were.
yeah, Legion of Doom.
Legion of Doom. Like if they nowadays, man, they'd be fucking canceled.
That's true. I mean,
their
that's
face
what I was saying. It looks more like war paint than
Yeah.
anything. Like it doesn't. He's not covering his whole face about it, and it's not like he's.
To be fair, most of the wrestling villains from the 70s and 80s would now be killed.
Touche.
That's why they were so good though. Like Iron Sheik. I mean, Iron Sheik would never.
Oh, yeah.
It's too insensitive now. But I mean, back in the day, because he like when that character came out, it was like during the Iraqi War and stuff, and like he was supposed to be a.
Yeah.
And then like when Sergeant Slaughter turned on America, like
The first Iraqi War.
Nowadays they would just
Desert Storm.
But like now, yeah, it was Desert Storm. Yeah. But like nowadays, if that happens, someone gets shot. It's like,
Well, that's like
it's crazy now.
Bell did that really cool interview with Congo Kong, like the guy that does Congo, and that's what he talked about. Is like it was hard for him to do that character because it's very much like it's like a sacrificing, like it's like a African tribesman that sacrifices and eats people. And then he was like, I don't know if I. It's kind of like leaning into like terrible tropes about but at the same time, that's kind of what wrestling is. A little bit, right?
It's exaggerated characters. That's all.
Even the white guy, like the British bulldog, was like the most British guy. Like I gotta have tea. Like you know what I mean? Like it's
the whole point. It's they're exaggerated characters.
Yeah,
You know.
It makes the most sense.
But it did kind of look like when you said that, it almost did look like Ultimate Warrior paint though. Like,
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Like Ultimate Warrior or like the Legion of Doom.
Yeah.
Like that literally looks like something they would do. Are you guys excited about Christmas? It's coming up. It's not too long. I'm actually very excited. Urkel Saves Santa, the movie. You guys gonna watch this?
I didn't even know that was a thing.
It's brand new.
I don't know.
I don't know what Black's Media is, but I actually think it'll be fun to watch. Just imagining Jaleel White finally going back and saying, he has Urkel.
He's doing the voice.
Yeah, he's doing it.
I can't see
I don't know.
what's the acronym? Black's Media?
Black's Media. Black's Media. How dare you?
I have been watching. I went back and started watching Family Matters again. So I don't know. Maybe I'll check it out.
Well, I got one question for you. Can any cheese? So stupid. No, I mean, there's been a lot of like movie news this week. Like we kind of talked a little bit about this earlier in the week, Matty. But Pedro Pascal has been reportedly signed on as Mr. Fantastic in the new Fantastic Four. Tell me, you guys. It's not what I would have expected, but it's exactly what I want.
It's an interesting. It's interesting because I'm like, I would have never guessed it, but I'm like, Pedro can do all. So like, it's.
I think that they're saying that they might be leaning into like an older Fantastic Four, and it's just like, who can we get to play like a father? Who's the best father in all of
Pedro is
history?
daddy, so that makes sense. Yeah.
He is the dad. He is like the dad of everything. What do you think, Courtney?
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Fantastic. She just read the word.
Unintended.
It is Mr. Fantastic of the Fantastic Four.
Sorry, my stomach hurts.
You all right? You gonna need some candy?
Yeah,
I got a big. I don't know if you guys can tell. Show everybody the jar because you're giving me so much shit.
You got us a bigger jar.
Yeah, I got a jar that you
Get
can
my
fit your
hand
hand in now. Even with Courtney's tiny hands, she can now fit it. And now she's gonna eat candy again on Mike. You know, she does this.
My stomach hurts. Let me eat another Reese's.
I don't know if you guys heard, but
to eat a Reese's.
As the holidays are coming up,
Santa
got pinched locally. And shout out to Jeffrey Hughes. He got a stalking charge, dude. Can you believe that? Does this dude like you stalk somebody?
I mean, did he come down their chimney?
I'm thinking. Well, that's what I was thinking. I was like, maybe he was in there like, let's see if this bitch is
I feel like
you're
that's
nice.
something Santa should
Let's
get
do
arrested for.
Yeah, he's filling out the naughty or nice list.
James Wright had a funny joke. He was like, my kids didn't deserve anything anyway. There's a lot of people, dude. That's the thing about that. Those are wholesome. My thing is like that page, a lot of it's like horrible things where people go on there and like, yeah, well, you made fun of my mom one time, so now I'm gonna make fun of, or like they like air out all the laundry. When people go on there and make jokes about like Santa Claus and make jokes about like something simple, that's what makes me happy because those are.
It's the people that go on there and make fun of the way they look.
Well, that's kind of what we did. He looks like Santa Claus.
No, I mean like in a mean way.
You mean like meth heads?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that on there.
Yeah.
There was a real. I don't know what happened with this. I think it's a DUI, but this one popped up this week, and hopefully
Like
everything's
this?
okay. But
Like
this
we're
was the
doing right
most
now?
hilarious. But look at this picture, dude. This is the best picture I've ever seen.
She has really good hair.
Yeah, I mean it
I
looks.
was getting ready to
great.
say her hair looks like she's got good curls.
Just the
Natural.
face. That
might
face
have
is like. Yeah, you might
I
have.
am the only thing keeping me from getting
make her use the
arrested
bidet.
is that Facebook page.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Everybody's
I
like,
know
it's a
the
bad
minute.
thing. Everybody says it's a bad thing, but really, if it's like I got to be more cautious because I don't want to put the guy on there. And if
Yeah.
I do, here's the thing:
Somebody's gonna get on there and somebody's gonna waiting.
can we make a pact real quick as a group that if any of us get arrested, we make sure that we make the weirdest face possible so we can make it better.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, of course.
I've
Like-
always, yeah.
Can we like?
I
let's
don't
make
even
it
try
that.
to look attractive because I know that I won't.
Yeah. Try to look the
So,
worst
like-
you can so
oh,
that
yeah.
people won't know it's you. They'll just read the name like, oh, that doesn't look like her.
I'm only gonna be in like half the screen because they're only gonna be able to see my face.
About to mute Courtney's mic with her eating all this cake.
I will if you make it a headshot for me
Yeah.
from now.
I will.
on.
We'll do it. We'll use it as your headshot, and then we'll also write a fake story about you getting arrested, which is what Brian likes to do. Well,
I have a headshot.
you don't have one?
I do have
He does.
headshots. I want to get new headshots.
No, I mean like an arrest one.
Oh no.
Mugshot. You mean a mugshot?
Mugshot.
An arrest
Same
headshot.
thing.
Thankfully, that's the one show I haven't been a part of.
Yeah, I don't have a mugshot either, but if I ever
hold
did,
on.
it'd have to be a goofy face for sure.
I'm just hoping I'm either going to look really goofy or I'm going to look really hot because I want to get on that mugshot shotties. You know what I mean? If I gonna wear a wig. Can I get my wig out of the trunk before you guys arrest me? Can I
Hold
get
on, I
it?
need my weave.
Let me get my weave and my sunglasses. Oh,
Speaking
man.
of,
Yeah, go ahead.
speaking of which, that new Jack Harlow song is like a TikTok trend right now.
Yeah.
All the white boys are coming back, and I love it. I love it. Finally,
I haven't heard it. What's the subject?
It's so like the lyrics on the TikTok videos are like I'm vanilla baby, so like all the white boys, like the attractive white boys, like there's a dude with the Harry Potter glasses and he's doing a Rubik's Cube. He's got a nice sweater on. So there's like been a lot of videos since that are like, oh, the white boys are coming back. We forgot about the white boys, and I'm like,
It's funny.
it's
to me.
time.
It's funny. It's funny as fuck to me with those. Maybe it's a trend and maybe it's just me, but a lot of like white rappers, when they do a video, it's very much like they're leaning into like being goofy. Like it's they can't, like Eminem leaned into the goof, but he was like fucking roasting people. Like that was the whole joke, like roasting and making like terrible satirical jokes. And that's why they wonder like we make the jokes we do nowadays because we grew up on like Eminem and fucking shit. Like that was like Eminem, Limp Bizkit, like all those guys that just would talk shit.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
constantly,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And wrestling and stuff like that.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
why, like, and all that stuff was okay. And look, we're perfectly fine human beings. We
Are
can
we?
make jokes.
Yeah. And The Rock. Remember when The Rock used to
fine.
talk straight shit to everybody?
Oh,
that
yeah.
was the funniest shit in the world. How are you going to come up talk to The Rock and not even tell me your name? And then like, actually, it does it. And it was like the greatest thing. Like we're like, people would do that to you all the time. You would come up to me like somebody brand new, and you'd be like, "What? Hold on, what's your?" And you would get them. And it would.
Oh, yeah.
It would kill every time. If a new kid came to school, you're getting fucking rock bottom right
yeah.
there.
Every time the teacher turns around,
Yeah.
EX.
Fucking sucking. Yeah, I mean, and then all our childhood heroes are just fallen. And recently, I don't know if you guys saw in the news, but Snoop Dogg's no longer smoking. And everybody who pointed out in my joke that did really well on Facebook is like, well, it's the wording, it's the way that he said it. He said smoke, he didn't say weed. And I'm like, yeah, but it's funnier if I say weed, guys. Come on, let me take some liberties with the joke. But like, clearly, he's getting ready to start just doing edibles, right? Like that's literally what he's doing.
And he's done this before.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
He's taking a break, a tolerance break. I mean, if you were Snoop Dogg and the only person to ever
Right.
smoke you under the table was Willie Nelson,
Yeah.
then I'd say you need a tolerance break every now and
Well,
again.
it's probably also part of it is like he's like, I'm so sick of hanging out with like a celebrity for like 15 seconds, and they're like, "Will you smoke weed with me?" Like he's like, I gotta smoke weed with everybody. It's like right. This was actually the Instagram post that he put out for most consideration.
Yeah, the way he says,
conversation with my
give
family.
up smoke.
Give up smoke.
That means he's not smoking weed.
Yeah, it's
That's-
not legit.
You can't say give up smoke and not be weed.
Yeah, it's literally specifically something about what the hell. Brian's over here sending me pictures of Kipples with Wiggles in our group chat. I'm like,
Kibbles recently took over the Mr. Wiggles Facebook.
I saw
So
that.
He's been making posts.
He's been killing it too.
Yeah.
like he hasn't been on internet.
I know.
And now he's just coming
Kibble's
back.
having Facebook.
It's
is great.
hilarious.
Yeah, I
It's
love
the
it.
best.
I love it. Yeah.
And he's always showing love on the Kokomo Press,
Yeah.
which shout out to Kibbles. I got to see him this morning. I like seeing that guy, dude. But it's so cool that he's using social media like that, and especially the Wiggles page. This helps you guys a lot.
I've had that page forever, and I haven't touched it in like 10 years. And he was just like, "Hey, can I start using it?" I was like, "Yeah, do it." And he's like, "I'm gonna bring Mr. Wiggles back." So I'm like,
Sorry, Brian. The joke is too funny. I can't put it. He just put a joke, and did you see it yet?
No,
Oh,
you
yeah.
told I put
Yeah,
it
you
in.
don't know. Yeah, you're
use
just
your
I
too
have
close.
no phone privileges
Yeah.
right now.
I'll show it to you guys after. You'll think it's funny, but a funny joke by Brian this morning.
"No way, Brian."
Yeah,
Brian said something funny. That never happens.
I did have something. I follow the Carver Center from like our Facebook page and stuff because like I do a lot of stuff with them, and I was like, they posted this, and I was just like, why are they sharing? I mean, I understand like it's just such a funny photo to be like, we're going to share this to our community center page.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
I can't say what came to mind.
Oh no! Oh god! Now you're going to get canceled just like that.
That's why I can't say it.
Yeah, exactly.
Credit to the creator on AI artwork.
Yeah.
Who's the creator? The computer?
The person who typed in the prompt. Probably.
They're like, hey,
Creator of art. I don't know.
how about a beautiful black baby boy
All this-
with the Grinch and the guy from Jack Skellington? They're like, boom. It is. I mean, it's a cool photo. It's just random as hell. And they could have shouted out the creator because there's literally a watermark. It's right there. It says, "I'm McGee Publish something." Tim McGee Publishing.
But again, created with AI imaging. They just typed in a prompt, probably. Like,
yeah, it was really simple.
Everybody has access to it now. I don't know. The AI thing, I'm so torn on it.
What
Like,
did Jordan post? That's
I
all
love it
that
as a
matters.
tool,
I can't
but
see it.
there's so many people that are like using AI. Like, I'm an artist now. Like, you just typed in some words. Like,
Yeah.
it's not. I don't know. There's ways to use it as a good tool, but like it's, I don't know. I'm so back and forth all the time on it.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm like, I love the technology,
it's
but at
great
the
as
same
a
time,
tool.
as a creative person, I'm like, it's getting to the point where it's just like everybody thinks that's just a.
I think that's the perfect, to me, in my opinion, that's the perfect way to use it. It's like, it's something that
It is a good tool.
nobody should have drawn. Nobody should sit there and draw that entire thing right there. It's
That's
so
true.
goofy looking.
And it
But
is
like,
goofy, and I'm not saying that's not a cool picture.
Yeah.
But you know,
I'm very irritated with AI right now.
like
Why?
I'm in so many photoshopping groups, and
Yeah.
like everybody is posting like,
I can Photoshop now because I can use AI.
no, it's like one of the ones that they put in a picture and like, hey, can you Photoshop this for me? And they're asking for like people to do it.
Yeah.
But it's every post is somebody doing one of those AI things of their families, and then there's an extra baby or they don't have hands,
Yeah.
and it's like, can you please remove this baby or please like all of that.
And it's just okay. Well, let me go back to what I said. I wasn't saying that like it's not a cool feature. Like it is a really cool tool, and that's it's a cute little picture. I get it. But but to make an AI prompt picture like that and then to watermark it, like
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
it's weird, right? I'm like, what do you watermark things because you are you created it?
Yeah.
You didn't really create it though.
Yeah.
AI did it for you. Like it's not. I don't know. Like I'm all about like generative fill on Facebook or on Photoshop is great.
That's amazing. Yeah.
For taking like an actual picture and then just like filling up the background or filling up whatever. But to like completely create something from a text prompt and then put a watermark on it, like you're an artist. Like it just.
To be funny enough, the last time we
know
did
if I
this
like
podcast with the four of us, we talked about this. Remember? We thought
I don't
it's-
remember,
but
but
it's
yeah.
something that's serious. And as artists, we all deal in like completely different mediums. But like, or like we have some crossover, but like the mediums are a little bit different. Oh, you all right,
Some
brother?
water.
I'm alright.
I got a water over here if you want to. Oh, you got one, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's my thing. Is like as a person that's always creating things,
Yeah.
I'm just like okay. For example, I discovered this new app called Toon Squid.
Yeah.
It's an iPad app, and it's like kind of like Procreate, but it's for animation.
Yeah.
It took me over an hour, and I made a 4-second animation, like a cartoon. I drew a cartoon of myself saying one line, and I animated it. And I was like, oh, that was
This
the
came
coolest thing
about
ever.
because of our meeting where I was like, well, somebody in our group needs to learn how to make cartoons so we can make a cartoon.
I was already working on it,
Okay,
but yes, that was part of it. I was like, yeah. So anyway, so I jumped into it and I started. I was just like, this would be cool. I've always wanted to make cartoons.
Yeah.
But rotoscoping takes forever. You got to draw every frame. Yeah. Well, this software is really cool, but like I hand drew everything from scratch, and it took me over an hour to make a 4-second animation. Jesus. But an AI prompt could probably make that instantly, and then someone say, "Oh, you created it." Like I take all this time doing this stuff, and then someone just types in a text prompt and then puts your watermark on it, like you're a fucking creator. And I'm just like, it's annoying to me because I'm like, why am I spending all this time when somebody else can do it? And then like to a third party, they're just gonna look at it and be like, well, that looks better, and like, yeah, but I spent all this time, and like it's just, I don't know, it just makes me feel like. I don't know how it makes me feel. I'm always every day. I'm like one way or the other. I'm just like,
yeah, you're on
AI's stupid. No, AI is really cool. AI is stupid. You know, it's like I don't
You,
know.
like we need to make strict guidelines for how what constitutes art when you use AI. It's like,
I mean, art is all subjective, obviously.
Yeah.
Shout out Josh Rogers.
love you, buddy.
AI is. I mean, art is subjective. So I mean, AI is one thing or another. But like, it just bothers me that someone could just type in a. Like, I don't know. It's like, okay, I'm gonna bring it up, talk like Jeremy was talking about, just in case Jeremy's listening.
Shout out Greg Arden. We got together
Greg Arden.
today, and we were talking about a music video idea.
Yeah, but like his idea was like, oh, I want to pay for this AI service and make a music video with it. But I'm like, well, it's pretty common. And like, what do you want to do? You just do that and then just write out a prompt and have it do it for us. And I'm just like, but that takes all the creative.
Yeah. Now we're no
juice out of
longer
it.
doing something cool. We're doing something hip. Like, and it's just different.
And it's not even just the hip. It's just like I want to create it from. I like creating things like from scratch. You know, I love just making things. But to be able to just type in a text
and our group,
have a computer do it for you.
particularly, is a group of creative people.
We're all creative enough.
We love to write. We love to act. We love to shoot. We do music. We're in a band. So it's like say, hey, everybody, let's get together creatively and let something else do it. Like, you know what I mean? That is kind of rough. Because we had that convo too, and I sent him like the guys that were on my podcast a couple of weeks ago that did that. CVG.
So they used AI and
they did a
practical
mixture.
footage, and it was cool. Like the way they used AI for certain things.
Yeah.
But you can still, just letting AI.
But
do
they
everything.
went and did all the acting, and then the AI
Yeah.
just changes the face and makes it look different. So like they still did all the practical work, and that's my thing is like I don't want to
AI is a
input
tool.
something. Yeah, it's
instead
a
of
tool.
just a text prompt that's going to create it for you. Like it just takes all the creative juice out of it. Like I get a dopamine rush from being able to creating something and let it and seeing the final product and the like. Just, I don't know. I'm like I said, I'm
No, you're.
I'm talking too much about AI, and I apologize.
No, I like it.
It's
I
gonna
think
take
you're. I
over.
think you're right. AI is. It's a great tool, but when it starts to become the thing, when it becomes like this is what's doing it all, it just throws you off, and it's like it's not as good.
And then eventually Skynet. And we're all
Skynet's coming around. They're gonna come take us over. That's what I don't want to deal with at all is robots coming in. Because like Elon Musk, I don't know if you guys saw, they launched, I think I have it right here, yeah. Elon launched the rocket today with SpaceX for the first time. There's a rocket that can make all life multiplanetary, a fork in the road of human destiny.
So Starfield.
Yeah, Starfield's
We're
coming.
on the way.
And then, of course, everybody's like, would you rather play Starfield or would you rather play the new Spider-Man? And I think this kind of sums up the difference. That's kind of what sums up the difference, if you guys know what I'm talking about. I would rather play Starfield because Andraja's ass is out of this world. Yeah.
She's my next victim.
She's your next victim.
I
Mine
don't
too, I'm
get
gonna
that.
marry her.
Like,
Marry her.
You were
porn
allowed
is
to
so
marry one
accessible
of them.
now.
I know.
I don't need that in my video games.
No?
I do.
Well, some people
Well,
do.
I
but-
guess honestly, I mostly play 2K, and it's just a bunch of large black men. So I do get
Yeah.
porn in my video
Yeah.
games.
If the dicks aren't big, you're not going to feel like it's real.
Right.
If you don't, like, if he doesn't shoot and you don't see a little dick whoop, fly up a little bit, it's not going to feel real to you.
That was. That's what they need to add to that, like 2K, like when they jump,
would play
you
it
can
then.
zoom in and you just see like in the pants, like just flopping.
I would start playing sports games.
Yeah.
Dude, that was the best part of Cyberpunk 2077. Did you play that game?
Yeah, I did. I played it.
I hated that game.
Yeah, it's horrible.
It had so much hype, and I was like, "This is going to be the greatest game ever." But the best part of the game was creating your character, and and all the different sizes of the dicks.
Yeah, you get to, like,
can
make your
uncircumcised, circumcised. It's ridiculous.
You make your dick in the game.
Annie was showing me this game on her PlayStation that she was playing. It's like about people that are like giant devils, and they're like the entire game they're all naked, like
Nice.
tits out and constantly. But like
Nice.
somebody at some point they edited the game so like it's all just blurry where their boobs are supposed to be, and I'm like, I wouldn't even play it.
Yeah, at that point, what's
Like,
the
why
point?
would you even want to play that?
Yeah,
without the
GTA
tits?
actually had. That was the thing about GTA is you could go to the strip club and actually see tits, even though they were fake and horrible. I think that what they should have done. Here's you know what? I'm gonna get on my pedestal. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna go out on the limb and say GTA. If you're in GTA 6, they announced they're gonna release a trailer by the end of December, right?
Yeah, or they said early December.
Early
Yeah,
December.
yeah.
Okay. I knew it was going
Should
to
be coming
in
up.
December. So they're going to be announcing new. And please, GTA, if you put a strip club in there, make the tits realistic. I want to see.
No, we
I want to
want
see
Laura Croft
C-section.
tits.
I want to see C-section scars. I want to see like one tit big, one tit long, and you call her Biggie Smalls. Like, that whole thing. I want hangers, dude. If you don't got hangers, then don't fucking make it. Don't put it in the game if you're going to make it perfect.
Long boobs, right?
Yeah, I want to see long boobs.
Well, you've from what I've heard, they're gonna do all the maps, right?
Yeah.
Like, and then a large like Middle America portion. You have to have C-section scars.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
Like
like a
Middle
Midwestern
America.
strip club. Yeah,
Yeah.
like the hugger. Like
Yeah, you got to.
If you go in at 2 p.m., you're gonna see pregnant women. You're gonna see everything.
Yeah, you're gonna see big fucking brown nipples.
Hell yeah.
Gigantic
Tampon
protruding-
strings.
Hell yeah.
Apparently, I was listening to something, and it was like a guy talking about sex dolls, and he's like, they have like a sex doll company, and he's like a guy who runs it, and he said that the most requested nipple is the pregnancy nipple. So there's something. Apparently, there's something like like something primal about men where I could see that pregnancy nipple or like throw that in my mouth or something.
It's the pheromones. Like they're.
pheromones.
I don't know. Like pregnant women. They put off their.
But that's a sex doll. It doesn't
That's
do
true.
that.
Well, what I'm saying is like over time, like our
Don't tell me how my sex doll.
over time, like people that have been around,
Yeah.
feel the pheromones and like in like I don't know, like I don't know
Yeah.
how that works, but eventually your
Like
brain
like
just gets to the point that's what you like,
Like you were
because
trained?
of like evolution,
Well, that's what they say is like
We've
the
evolved
cheeks
into liking
get
puffy nipples.
the cheeks get rosier, the lips get more supple when they're like all that happens during pregnancy, and it's apparently it's like a keeping your mate mechanism. Like so your mate
We're
does.
disgusting, but now we're pretty.
Your guys' noses get so fat. Have you noticed that? That's the one thing about pregnant women that I don't think most people notice, but like I notice it so easily. Like I'll go back and look at pictures of like Shelby or my ex or like anybody that had a baby, like my first kid. That's why I'm looking at the pictures of my kid. Fucking don't act like I'm just looking at pictures of my ex pregnant. Come on, don't look at me like that, you guys. All right, I'm going to jail. I'm going to jail. Straight to jail now. Straight to horny jail. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, but like I was looking at a picture of my kid because his birthday was and I was like looking at the picture and her nose just looks like wide. It's
Yeah.
so there. You guys'
never
noses
noticed
get
that.
so fucking fat. Look at your nose. You already have like a fat nose, so like if you like,
Rude.
you have like a
Shots
tiny.
fired.
Wow.
You have a tiny little fat nose. You know. What I mean?
Damn.
It's like scrunched
You're gonna
up.
let him talk to me like that?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
How dare you?
How dare you, sir? Oh,
Hey, you. Get your damn insults off her.
Hey, you, man. Get your damn hand. That's such a good fucking movie, dude. I love that movie. I have a really important video I need you guys to watch, and you guys tell me if you guys expect this to happen the way it happened. Okay.
Dead body found. I've seen this.
Okay, don't ruin it. So where this goes, you're not going to expect unless you've already seen it. Oh yeah, the song's actually pretty lit. Probably gonna get demonetized for this song. I thought, like, at first when I was watching this, I was like, man, what is she gonna do? Is she gonna do something insane where she like kicks the camera and gets mad? But no, it hits. Oh man, what the hell? I'm getting hurt. Here we go. Did you guys expect this to happen? She's at a funeral.
I don't even. I don't know. I just don't know.
Honestly, it was the badonkadonk for me.
I know. You're like, look at that. Oh. I mean, have you guys seen the funerals where like they'll sit them up like in a chair?
That's weird.
Like I saw one time where the lady was like, this isn't that, but I saw one time where the lady was walking up and she was like, play the song. And she was like, and then they put the song on, and it was like a twerking song. And she's like, "I'm gonna twerk that ass for my man's one last time." Everybody's like, "No." And she's like on the fucking shaking her ass. I'm like, I love funerals. It brings out everybody's insanity, dude.
Yeah, that's.
I have a big ache about funerals, like people that take pictures of the dead body. That is so. It just weirds me out.
Somebody did that.
Okay,
at my
I
grandma's
apologize,
funeral
dude.
And then posted it on Facebook, and
It's
we all were
weird.
pissed.
And I apologize to
Selfie
both
with
of you. And I apologize to all three of you for that when I was at your fam. I'm just kidding. Could you imagine? Just gonna. I told Shelby, I was like, I want to be cremated. I don't know if you guys have had this conversation with anybody in your life, but I was like, Shelby, I want to be cremated. She's like, no. I was like, what? It's like, isn't that my choice? She's like, no, you're dead. I get to choose. You know what happens with your body when you die. And I'm like, I don't think that's how it works.
I don't think that's how it works.
I'm like, okay. I was like, here's my stipulation. If I have to get buried, I got two rules. The first one is I want a coffin flop. Like I want to fall out. Like make sure I just eat shit on the ground. Like, I want a coffin flop. That's number one. I expect a coffin flop. Check out. I think you should leave on Netflix, and you'll know what I'm talking about. So coffin flop. The second thing is I want to be buried together, and I want her ass to be facing me, and I want to be like fucking hitting it one last time. That's what I told her. So that's it.
Like the big spoon.
Yeah, I want to be the big spoon, dude.
One last time.
I want to. If I wake up in like heaven, I want them to be like, bro, really? You had to do that? You had to do that to us? You know what I mean? Wake up in the hell, and they're like, that satire page did too much.
So apparently I missed this. So you said you want to be cremated. She said no, and then you said, okay, this is my second choice.
I said, okay, wait, if you're going to put me in the ground, these are the things I expect.
Okay.
First thing is a coffin flop. I want to eat shit on the ground. Yeah. I want to fucking fall out. And I want you guys walking up a hill when it happens. I want to roll all the way down the hill.
You've told us, so now we know.
Yeah, thank you guys. You guys have to keep her honest. That's all I'm saying. She's not going to cremate me. She said, I'll cremate you.
I still think it's probably your choice, though. I think that's what we're looking over. Like no, you don't get to choose where your body goes. Like what?
We're on a comedy podcast.
No, you do.
We're on a comedy podcast here, guys. I'm just kidding.
I can't tell if this is a real conversation.
No, it was a real conversation, but like, because we've talked back and forth. Because like, what do you want? What do you want? And she's like, well, I want you to be buried with me. And I'm like, I guess I don't care. I'm dead at that point. Like, I don't care.
Yeah, but there's bugs down there.
I know. What are they gonna do?
They're gonna eat your body,
bro. I had roaches when I was a kid. I'm good.
Just tell her like I need them to like make sure my dick has a lot of blood in it, and then put it in your butt.
Yeah.
And so we'll just
she was
die
like,
forever.
I literally did say something like that. I
Dick
said, make sure like right when I die, you throw a blue chew in there. Throw a blue chew in my mouth as I'm dying. I'm like,
No, all you got to do is die facing down, so then like the blood will rush to the front of you.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Well, they'll be. I just have a feeling they'll be like, he wasn't going to
head.
die, but all the blood from his head that was like saving the brain aneurysm went to his dick. And you fucked it up. You actually killed him.
Blood.
You killed him earlier than you should have. Oh man, yeah. Hopefully, this was the position I was talking about, the flat iron. If you guys haven't heard of the flat iron, that's what that's called. It's a beautiful.
That's how you want to be.
When I die, bury me inside the Gucci stove. No, I don't know. I was looking at that, and then I saw this too. What do you guys? I know you guys are like, this is an insane podcast talking about some crazy shit. But Chuck E. Cheese is discontinuing animatronics, and they're saying it's not due to Five Nights at Freddy movie. Do you guys believe them? I don't.
I don't.
I'm too old for I don't know what Five Nights at Freddy's is. Like I saw my kids like watching the movie, but
Yeah.
It's just Chuck E. Cheese. They're like, but they're evil. Like the animatronics come to life and kill people and stuff.
Yeah.
It's literally
Willy's Wonderland is way better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
It's basically the same premise, but it's Nicolas Cage, and it's like a comedy horror.
Yeah.
And he gets his car breaks down, and they're like, "Well, we'll fix your car, but you have to stay overnight at this restaurant. It's like Chuck E. Cheese, but it's haunted." He's like, "And you got to clean the place, like basically be a janitor, to fix your car." And so the whole movie, he's in this place, and they start coming to life and trying to kill people, and he just like kicks the shit out of all of them. He just like, but the best part is, he has his watch set, and on certain increments, his timer goes off, and he has to stop even if he's mid-fight.
No, it's his break time.
Yeah, it's break time. He goes to the break room, and he plays pinball and drinks energy drinks, and then he goes right.
And they're
back
not
in
allowed to
and
fight him during that time.
Yeah,
He's
it's
allowed
so
to have a
stupid,
break.
but it's
He's on his break.
It's fantastic. He plays pinball and he chugs an energy drink and he goes right back into the fight. It's a great movie. It's better
but Courtney,
than Five
you
Nights
went
at
and
Freddy's.
took your kids to this, right?
Yeah, I kind of.
Did you take to the youngest?
Yeah.
Was he like scared at all?
No, not really.
No.
I hated it.
Let me move that mic a little bit closer to you. Sorry. You
I
hated
didn't
it?
like it that much,
Why
so
not?
me and him ended up like wandering around. I don't know. I don't know.
You guys in the pinball area? You like?
We were just hanging
You're like,
out.
I need a break. I need to go chug an energy drink and play pinball.
Yeah.
That movie is great though. I described
Willy's
it
Wonderland?
really bad. Willy's Wonderland.
Second
Yeah,
But the parts we saw, he didn't.
I described it very terribly because my brain is a little off today. So I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm kind of
dude.
I'm kind of all over.
No,
the
you're
place.
good. We all are.
But yeah, that movie's great. But yeah, 5 Nights at Freddy's. I didn't see the movie, but I played the games.
But your kid was scared when he saw Dead Genie Alfredo.
Yes, he
so that
was.
means ours is actually scarier.
Ours is actually worse.
Confirmed. Dead Genie Alfredo is scarier than Five Nights at
Castiel
Freddy
is
movie.
now scared of spaghetti.
I know. That's awesome, dude.
He only likes white spaghetti.
Yeah. Me too.
She's trying to whitewash her kids.
She's like, no, you got to have the whole wheat. And they're like, nah, get me the fuck out of here. Talking about white, like
Alfredo.
Yeah, Alfredo.
Yeah.
White spaghetti. Oh my God.
That's what he
So
calls it.
uncultured. Just kidding.
He likes white spaghetti.
Yeah, and you only like white tacos.
Matt only likes white tacos too.
Yeah. You don't like
I like some Choco tacos every once in a while.
I like those authentic Mexican tacos.
Mexican
Extra sour cream.
yeah. You're like, give me cilantro and some onion.
Hey, I grew up in South Florida.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just saying.
Yeah. You did the opposite of LeBron. You took your talents from Miami. I took my talents from Miami. I'm out. I don't know if you guys saw this. I thought this was pretty interesting, but Eminem, his daughter, actually won Homecoming Queen, and he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go watch her win Homecoming Queen in an empty classroom, so I can let her have her moment." And I'm like, "Bro, you know why she won? Because she's your daughter. So like, why is it a big deal?"
Right.
Wait, what? He watches daughter crowned.
Yeah, Eminem watched his daughter crowned Homecoming Queen from empty classroom to let her have her moment. He didn't want to come out there and be the center of attention. He wanted her to be able to get the Homecoming Queen because they do it on the
He
field.
wanted to be
He
there
watched
for her.
he watched
but-
from the empty classroom. I was like, in my brain, like she was getting crowned this in an empty classroom. I'm like, what is that?
He's in an empty classroom.
I had to reread it a couple times.
Oh,
Like I said,
forgot
my
to tell you,
brain is kind of foggy.
I didn't make it very clear. She was actually homeschooled. He crowned her. I'm just kidding.
Oh, how
The other
cute.
daughter,
He bought
the
a
other,
classroom
what's
just
the other
for-
daughter's name? There's Haley, and what's the other one's name? I can't remember because the other one he like she didn't win. She didn't win. He was like, "I'm sorry, Haley wins." Or she's in more songs. And you know what? After all this happened, and they did this whole thing, and he wasn't there. They were like, "Hey, where's your dad?" And she was like, "I don't know. I think my dad's gone crazy." That's what she said.
Yeah.
I think my dad's gone crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
You guys are the worst at laughing at horrible jokes. Come on, laugh at the jokes. It's literally people come on my podcast and they tell like a joke that's like okay, and I'll laugh real hard because I'm like, this
Yeah,
is
I
a
know.
podcast, and then I tell jokes and it's like that every time. I'm like, I'm so happy though. We're making this podcast really enjoyable for people to watch. Come in here and pretend that I'm funny, guys.
No, we just have to make.
Yeah.
I just enjoy making you feel
Like
like
I said,
that.
my brain is really foggy today, and I can't. It's taken me longer to process.
Yeah.
This. I don't know what the hell's going on with me.
No, you're
Will you get
good.
your shit together?
Yeah.
Everyone keeps saying stuff, and then I'm like, it takes me like 2 minutes to like understand what you're saying, and I'm like, what the hell?
No, to me,
I
it's
don't know,
just
it's
funny
weird.
because
I
it's
don't-
like part of the reason she won is because she's Eminem's daughter,
Yeah,
and he's
makes
like, I don't want
sense.
to take away from her big moment. And I'm like, come on, bro. She didn't win a Grammy.
Like, yeah, everybody in America knows who she is
Yeah,
at this
yeah.
point.
I mean, he put her in every song, dude. Like, when it's his fault.
Oh, that's not Haley though.
No?
She has a podcast now. Like,
Yeah, Haley's older. That's
yeah,
Is that the
She's-
other one?
So that is the other daughter.
Yeah,
Oh,
that is
shit.
the other daughter. Yeah.
Sorry, Haley didn't win.
I was about to say, I'm pretty sure Haley's older because I follow her on Instagram.
So what you're saying
Didn't
is,
she used to date like another rapper's kid or something like that?
Lainey.
Yeah, Lainey. That's the other one.
but what you're saying is, she didn't win because she's Eminem's daughter. She won as a consolation prize because she never got to put on all of his songs.
Yeah, yeah. He
Taylor
was like, he paid her off. He paid him off.
He paid it off. He's like, look, I feel bad.
Yeah.
Haley's been in like every one of my songs for 20 years. Like,
Yeah.
you need to
She
win
was
something.
upset, and he goes, hush, little baby, don't you cry. Everything's going to be all right. I'm sorry, I can't help it. Got to do all the Eminem songs today.
I hate my stepdad.
Yeah, speaking of Nepo babies, this was actually interesting. The 31-year-old daughter of Courtney Love and late Nirvana frontman Kurt Cobain confirmed her relationship with Riley Hawk 30 early last year, which is actually Tony Hawk's son. Did you guys have this on your bingo list for 2023?
No, but I think
saw
that's
it.
dope.
Yeah, I do too,
Yeah.
man. Yeah.
She looks like Courtney.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah. I'm just
does.
imagining that.
If she's anything like Courtney, I pray for that hawk boy.
She really does look exactly
She looks a lot like her.
both of them, like Courtney and like I see both of them. Like it's so crazy to me, but yeah, she does look like a Courtney Love.
But did she ever get her revenge on Seattle?
I don't know, man. She probably should.
You guys aren't big Nirvana fans.
Yeah, that's the Revenge on Seattle.
Yeah, Frances Farmer. Frances Bean is her name. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
She will have her revenge.
I just think like anybody named Courtney is probably crazy, if you ask me. I'm not
Yeah.
trying-
Especially if it's spelled retarded.
Yeah, like
Sorry, I'm
it's
not
not
supposed to say that word.
Yeah. If it spells with Down syndrome, whatever, you know, let's just get. Now I'm trying to get
And mentally
If
handicapped.
it's spelled phonetically correct, what's wrong with you?
I wrote a new. I wrote
Now
a
I
new.
wish I wouldn't have pocketed that joke on the Eminem skit.
All right.
But I was worried about getting a diss track.
Rap
I was
Devil.
gonna say she won because she has an extra chromosome.
Yeah. She got all of them. She's got all of them.
All the chromosomes.
She's like, he's like, Daddy's gonna get you all the chromosomes you want, baby.
Yeah, because the Mockingbird thing.
Yeah, like toy soldiers, something like that. I don't know. Eminem had a lot of great songs. Then you come home.
Name all the songs.
Isn't that the song that he kept going down? Hold on. We're
It
gonna
was,
go
but
back.
that's not what it was about.
We're gonna go back.
That
Isn't
was
that-
about rappers shooting each other.
Yeah, but isn't that the song where he talks about being on the road and he has to come? I don't even see my daughter no more. I'm on the road. So fuck you guys. He walks into the daughters. He's in that seat. I'm fucking out, dude. I'm actually on, and you guys are off.
Well,
and you
you've
guys
mentioned like 4 songs from the Eminem show. Let's go through the rest of the track listing.
Okay.
Keep on going. I'm just kidding.
are Mockingbird. Like, what else we got? I think my dad's gone crazy. I don't know. I'm just thinking about the
Wait, one
Haley
of those
songs.
was on Encore.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I don't even know. The only album that I really liked by Eminem that I liked was the first Marshall Mathers LP. That was the only one I
Dude,
really
Slim
loved.
Shady LP? Come on, man.
It was good, but like I didn't bump that the way I bumped the Marshall
Yeah,
Mathers LP.
Slim Shady LP was my introduction to him. So like I was like 13.
Absolutely same. I thought he was great, but I just didn't think that album was as good as the second one. I mean, as far as like the whole thing, like that, the
I
Marshall Mathers
agree,
LP
but
is so good.
I don't know. I like Slim Shady because, like you said before, like I like his goofiness. Like,
Yeah.
and Slim Shady was full of goofy,
Oh, yeah.
weird stories and stuff. Like
Yeah.
As the World Turns was fantastic. Like all that stuff was like so goofy.
My favorite Eminem song is on Slim Shady LP. It's Brain Damage.
Brain Damage is so good. Yeah, it's like one of those goofy story songs.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it was a real story, but like, yeah, he went a little.
Well, he
weird
did a good
on it.
mixture. I think maybe that's me. I maybe it was like it's indicative of like where I was mentally at the time as like a teenager listening to Eminem. I liked the songs about like, you know, sadness and depression and, you know, basically dealing with like
He had that stuff on
people.
Slim Shady too. Though.
Yeah, but it didn't
If
hit
I
me as
Had,
hard.
He
It was
had
I was
Rock
younger.
Bottom.
But I was younger when that one came out, and it didn't hit me as hard at that age. That's why I said I think it's indicative of the time it came out for me.
I remember I got that CD. I was at a rummage sale, like a garage sale with my mom.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Hey, Mom, you want to buy me this CD?" Because I had heard My Name Is, and like she had no idea what it was. It was like $2, and like the album had just come out, so like it was hilarious. Like somebody was selling it at a garage sale. So like
because they
the parents found it. Yeah, they were like, oh. And I was like, "Yeah, buy me the CD." She's like, "All right, whatever." So she just bought me the CD, and I took it home, and I was just like, I was enamored with it. It was like my favorite thing ever at that time. Marshall Mathers was really good. I think that overall, I think it's objectively his best record.
Oh, yeah.
But Slim Shady's like holds a
Subjectively.
special place in my heart.
Yeah, I think it's funny.
Subjectively, I think Slim Shady for me, but objectively, I think Marshall Mathers it does have a good mix of all the different different stuff. So
Do you remember that church camp we both went to?
Did you go to Epworth?
I went to a church camp with you, and you didn't know that I was.
I didn't know you were there.
Then.
I didn't know she was there.
church camp.
Where'd you go with, Grace?
I don't know.
Which United Methodist Church did you go
I
with?
don't know. My friend Stephanie's grandma was a pastor.
Oh, she went to the poor church. You were poor.
I didn't go to church. I was
No, you went with the poor church. My church had its own like lakefront property there that you like a timeshare, and so we would stay in this beautiful like lake house that you out on the water, and she's like staying like a real camp. She's staying in like these pre-built like bunk beds. Weren't you in there doing that? Yeah, we had our own rooms. Like it was like completely different.
So it wasn't the same camp?
Bougie. It was the same. It was the same Methodist camp, but she went with a totally different church that didn't have the money.
Are you sure it wasn't Scientology?
Yeah, man, I'm pretty sure.
I think it was a cult.
I don't know. They're the ones about aliens, right? Because I did get probed. See, nobody's laughing. That's what I'm talking about. Fucking kill me. Kill me. I mean, I'm dying in here. I'm dying.
That was just too on the nose.
Yeah.
It wasn't that on those. It was just
I'm just messing with you.
There's a couple layers.
Like
there.
now that you've brought it up,
Some bean dip.
I don't want to laugh.
I have to. It's funnier if I die a slow death and they're in the podcast. Everybody's like, that Jordan guy makes a lot of shitty jokes.
Sorry, just pump in laughter afterward.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Sorry that you're just not funny.
I don't have a button for that, but it's coming. I'm telling you. I'm going to get a laughter button. That's going to be. I'm going to take like from like the show we did last. I'm going to take like a clip of people laughing so it sounds like a real crowd and bring it in here. Fuck it.
The laugh guy.
At this point, I'm going to be like, every time I get ready to say a joke, I'm like, I'm going to have it ready if you guys don't. So then I'm like,
So when I put out videos of my stand-up, we can use that too?
yeah, I'll put it on there. We'll pump it in there. Yeah. Honestly, there's been so much going on this week, including, did you guys see this? I saw this meme and it made me laugh so hard. It's like test to see which one is right for you, and it says I'm about to get arrested. It's kitty litter. So
What do they expect you to test?
that's what I think. They probably have water to the left and the right, but to me, all I can think of is exactly what I'm about to do in here. I just drank a fucking 64 ounce and I'm going to town. We're gonna find out which
I'm
one
gonna
works.
bring my cat in and I'll put her in there. Which one do you like better?
You got both your cats. You're like one in each. Like,
Yeah.
Okay, now switch.
Somebody go take a shit in it.
Yeah, that's the first thing I would do. I'd be in there like, ugh. I would have already done throwing a Snickers in there. I'm just saying, like a fucking Twix or something, just to like scare the shit
I
out of
think they
me.
have that at the Petco over there.
Yeah.
Is that where the pets go?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is it?
No, I go to PetSmart.
But is it Pet Smart or is it Pet
That's the
Smart?
one. Is it Pet Smart or Pet Smart?
It's brilliant. Is what
So
it
I
is.
just say it all together. PetSmart.
Pet Smart.
Pet Smart.
Pet Smart.
I think it actually is Pet Smart because the colors are different.
Yeah.
That's the number one thing they did wrong with the marketing though. Is they should have made the S just a different color. This is a different color. This is a different color.
Yeah.
So it could be Pet Smart or Pet Smart.
So they got red and blue. They should have made the S purple.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Like what the fuck? man?
That exactly.
Why aren't we running PetSmart right now or Pet Smart?
Right.
You think they get mad if after I took a shit in there, I got up there and just like kicked off?
Well, I mean, I feel like they'd be mad if you didn't bury it. Right? Just leave
They're
it
like,
on
what are
top.
you doing, sir? And he's like, obviously, I'm burying it. This is what I'm supposed to do. Like, you uncivilized fuck. Like, what do you do? What do you mean? I have to bury it. That's
I swear that only like 50% of cats
don't
do
look
that
in there,
though.
please. That's
I
disrespectful.
found Jordan's journal.
Don't look at my Kanye. Don't look at my
Is there fucking
Kanye.
Kanye over?
Don't look at my Kanye. Don't look at my Kanye.
Kanye not?
journal.
This is Kanye not.
my God.
It's a.
It's his diary.
Give me my diary.
I'm gonna read it.
Hello,
Anal
God.
thermometer.
Hello, God,
How
it's
dare you.
Jordan.
How dare
He said not to read it.
I'm gonna read it.
He said not to read it.
How dare you.
Invasion of privacy here.
Yeah, this bitch over here. I can't wait to go to her house and go through her underwear drawer.
Where was that at?
Why are there so many holes
Just
in
laying
here?
there? And it's-
It fell down the other day, and I meant to pick it up, but I forgot. Now she's. Will you quit reading it? What the fuck? Invasion of privacy. Somebody grab that from her before I have to kill her. I even got you a nice little jar for the candy, and you're gonna go over here and read my. I don't even know what it says in it.
It says anal thermometer was the first thing it said.
No, there's nothing bad in here. It's literally.
If it had anything bad.
It was bits from when I was doing. I bought this to do like all my comedy bits, and like this is like when I was doing the thing on stage. I had like anal thermometer stuck inside the same woman. It's all the same thing.
like a shopping list, like an anal thermometer.
I know, that's what I thought it was at first. No, sorry.
It's a
Cheesecake.
OnlyFans expensive. I don't know. I guess I just do jokes about OnlyFans every fucking set. I didn't know that.
I'll bring my diary next time.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah, I bet your fucking diary says some. Yeah, I remember you telling me something about your diary.
She had it in Gallup.
No, I was reading. I read it.
You
too.
read it.
She was reading it. She was
brought
walking around
to the
reading
house
it. Yeah.
and read it. She's like, "Do you want to hear my diary?" And Matt's like, "How many fucking times do I have to hear her tell this to everybody?"
She's talking about like all the list of guys that she had crushes on. Like it was like a whole page.
We were in love.
Yeah.
But no, they didn't know it though.
I'm sorry.
It was a weird thing. It was a bunch of her friends' dads. It was all the names were.
Dear diary.
It was all the
movie
church.
Craft
It was the church camp
changed my
counselors.
life.
It was like, "Dear diary, what is crabs? And why am I itching?"
At church camp, I just learned that I was poor.
Yeah, at church camp, I realized I had to sleep in a one room without any air conditioning. That would have hurt my feelings.
I didn't go to the church. I just went because Stephanie's mom,
Yeah.
grandma, went to the church.
You didn't go to church?
You didn't enjoy it?
Heathen.
Did you have fun? It was pretty fun, right? I went to play basketball. That sounds horrible, but I went to church camp because they like had a really cool basketball program where they did like 3-on-3 all week, and like I was like, I'll play basketball for 4 days. Are you kidding me? First time I played guitar was at that church camp. Yeah, I brought my mom's guitar. It was like an old school classical guitar, and one of the strings, like one of the knobs at the top was broken off, and I'm like, "Can you guys help me?" And they're like, "No, you have to have a knob." I didn't know anything.
Yeah.
But they did teach me how to play G, E minor, C, and D.
That's all you need.
Because I was like, they're like, "This is how you play most songs."
And you were like, "You should wear sunglasses."
Yeah, no, it's a different chords. But no, I was like, "Where, oh, where can my baby be?" That was the song that they taught me. Because I was like, "Oh, I know this song."
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is G, E minor, C, and D.
I hate that you put me in the middle of them on purpose.
I was like, "You have to deal with it." I said, "We can't have them sit next to each other." It's like we can't have. I just want them to have uncomfortable eye contact.
We're
the
not
whole time.
allowed to. We're not allowed to be next to each other.
Yeah. I was like, "It's better anyway if you're over there."
She was calling me fat. My button came off. From
Most of them his shirt came a button.
It happens. I don't.
Well, I ate Taco Bell right before we came here, so
Yeah. Ooh, I have a burrito.
I'm a little bloated.
Did you guys have any hair in your Taco Bell?
I went through there the other
Go watch
day.
this
No, nobody goes to that Taco Bell.
Oh, yeah.
I went through that Taco Bell the other day.
Did you? Was it good?
Actually, I'd rather go to that one than the Markland one. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck that one.
Remember that song on Bob and Tom, the Old Baptist Bar and Grill? That's what I know. It doesn't make sense like at all, but that's what it reminds me of. It's the Old Baptist Bar and Grill. It's the only place in the Bible Belt that smells like a whiskey still. It's like my mom. They would play that every once in a while because my mom loved Bob and Tom back in the day, and so it always reminds me of that because it's like two things that don't go together. So it was an old church that became, or an old bar that became a church, and then there's that bar on the old Flamingo Lounge that's now like the Horizon Church over there by like the antique show. What's that antique place called?
Treasure Mart.
Yeah, there's a bar there that
Yeah, it used to be a strip
bar.
Oh, the one that
It was-
used
yeah,
to
it
be
was a
where
strip
all the
club,
pregnant girls were?
Divas.
Divas.
No, it's next
That
door.
one-
Divas is
oh,
a
I thought that
little
one
down.
became a
It was
church,
by
too.
a strip club, but that was actually just a church. It was called the Flamingo Lounge. It was ran by the McCoys. You know, the Hatfields were not happy.
Were they
about it.
real?
Yeah, the real McCoys. Travis McCoy. It was Travis McCoy. Travis McCoy. Remember him?
Yeah,
I know
Travis
you know.
McCoy. I know Travis McCoy. But also in Florida, that's one thing our childhoods like shared. My dad grew up here. Like he grew up in Burlington, so he listened to Bob and Tom. We got Bob and Tom in Florida, and like I remember listening to it as a child, and like it's cool now that like I am in the indie comedy scene, and like I remember hearing Nervous Fern and Munchie on there, and like I've performed with Mark a bunch
Johnny
of times.
Baker?
Great guy, Donnie Baker. Well, not when we were kids, but yeah.
Yeah. Donnie Baker was. I remember actually hearing him. I don't know if I was a kid, but my mom listened to Bob and Tom forever. So
Wasn't Bob and Tom syndicated nationally though?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Like,
That's
they're
what's
pretty
crazy.
well known all over.
But
yeah.
they're from here.
Yeah.
It's weird how much Indiana does contribute to culture. Like because it's people don't think about how much comes from here. I mean, like some of the biggest names in the world just jizz from here, just skeet from here, just like. It's a bunch, dude. I wrote a recent bit because of you and Cortni recently. It's
Another one?
I wrote a bit. Well, not specific, but it was like my friends want me to go camping, but I refuse to go camping because I feel like it's cultural appropriation. Like, I don't think I can just like take over, the space of a homeless person like that. Like it's like that's the joke is like cultural appropriation of homeless people. I don't want to do cultural. Yeah. this is based on you
It
guys.
really is.
Thank you.
I feel like we've
The
had this
homeless culture.
conversation.
Well, I wrote it down. Okay, this time.
Stop stealing my conversations with you and turning them into jokes.
No,
That's what comedians do.
That's literally the best thing to do. Like, there's so many. I listen back to like episodes of this. And I'm like, oh, I'm writing that down for a bit because we wrote it in the room, and that was like a joke I did on the taking it too far. Was like he came out as soon as we were done for the night. I went out back to see him and Laura and them, and he was like, "You stole my joke," and I was like, "No, fucking it." And then I was like, "If I did, I'm sorry." And he was like, and then
That's
later
where
on,
jokes
I found
come
out.
from. They come
Yeah,
from conversation
conversations,
and
yeah.
situation and human interaction. And,
Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. And then I was driving by that. You guys seen that new Take 5? The Take 5 oil change, and they have a Take 5 car wash. It's over by like Jimmy John's and shit.
I worked there when they first opened.
Hell yeah! My girl was talking.
hated it.
You hate it. My girl was talking about. We were walking by, and she was like, "I need to go to Take 5," and I was like, "I wish you would Take 5." You know what I mean? And she was like 3 at best. And I was like, "Fuck."
We went to go get food, and he's like, "Do you want 5 Guys or Penn Station?" I was like, "I don't know. I think I just really need 5 Guys."
No, it was funnier when you said it because
Yeah.
I said no. It was for one Penn Station.
What
Just
was it?
disrespecting us, Charlie's.
Charlie's.
I said we were walking
Thank
up
you,
there, and I was like, I'm gonna go to Charlie's, and I was like, or would you prefer 5 Guys? And she said, Are you talking sexually? Like the delivery was funnier when you actually said it in
Oh,
person.
right on.
like yeah, I actually would prefer 5 Guys, but you know, since we're monogamous, you know, I guess we'll just go to Charlie's.
Like 5 Guys or just Charlie's?
Yeah, you want 1 guy or you want 5? Yeah. Do you guys? I mean, Penn Station. You guys, Penn Station, Charlie's.
Penn Station's not bad, but I prefer Charlie's.
Charlie's, yeah.
Penn Station is way more expensive, and I'm always like, I shouldn't have spent $19 here because I could have spent half that at Charlie's and been more satisfied.
Yes.
Doesn't it feel a little bit?
Do I still have a sandwich at home?
Yes.
Doesn't it feel a little bit like when you go? And this isn't shade. I don't really want to like shade anybody, but doesn't it feel a little bit like when you go to Penn Station, like they don't want you in there?
yes.
Yeah.
Like I go in there and I'm
Yeah.
always like,
Didn't we go in there before with you? And
yeah,
they were
the 3
just-
of us went there because
Yeah.
we're like, we had Charlie's recently. Let's go get Penn Station.
Yeah.
We went in there, and I the whole time I just felt like I was inconveniencing the
Yes.
Yeah.
food.
That's how we felt at that ice cream place last night.
Yeah, well, and it doesn't. Well, that's because they were closing in like 40 minutes.
Yeah.
But it doesn't help.
40 minutes.
Yeah, 40 minutes.
40
They're
minutes after they
closing in
closed.
40
4 or
minutes.
40?
40.
Oh,
40.
They should be good. Shut the fuck
I know.
Yeah.
Well, it was like one guy, and he was.
Yeah,
It was Cold Stone in Lafayette. Oh
hell yeah.
But yeah, it was freaking delicious.
Yeah.
But the
love Cold Stone.
it doesn't help. It doesn't help Penn Station that when you go into Charlie's, they're like the most welcoming. people
I
ever.
know.
They're like so cool. They're like
I
making
talk to
jokes
them.
with you, and they're like,
Yeah.
it's like they're your friend. Like it's cool.
I love going in there because, like, I'll come in there and be like, jalapenos. And I'm like, fuck yeah, because I get jalapenos on my loaded fries. They're like, it's a jalapeno guy. And it got to the point where, like, I come in, no joke, the manager there, I come in, he goes, Jordan, what's up, man?
Yeah.
That's how often
Yeah.
I was going in there.
That's what I mean.
Like the gas station guys for me.
Yeah.
Even
Well,
the
you're
first-
a girl in there.
Oh.
They're
I thought it was the
Indian.
same.
They're like, Bob and Vagine, please.
Yes, yeah.
She walked in.
I felt like that the first time I walked into Charlie's though. Like
Yeah.
the way they interact, it's like they're like the homies. You go in there and it's just cool.
When you're there, you're family.
But with Penn Station, it's like maybe they're just normal, but maybe because of Charlie's, they seem cold and unwelcoming. I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
know.
Penn Station's like, what the fuck you want? Charlie's just like, hey, how's your kids? It's
right,
like,
yeah.
where am I going to go next time? The place that gives me way more food for a better value that has a great app, or Penn Station. I don't know. I'm not trying to throw too much shade, but I don't fuck with Philadelphia.
I like Penn Station, but it's not Charlie's. It's just not.
It's just that, I mean, honestly, you go to different towns, like you might get a Penn Station somewhere in an Indy that's amazing.
That is true. So when I worked in Indy, in my office, there was a Penn Station right down the road, and I used to go in there a lot, and it was a lot different. But still, I always felt like I spent too much money for the food I was getting. I don't
Well, hold on. Maybe we can just dissect this even a little bit more.
Oh my god.
Charlie's, listen, we're having a good time. Charlie's is by like the discount tire and like the Kokomo
Yeah.
Mall area and shit in the movie theater.
Kokomo
So like
Mall.
most people that are used to be Kokomo Mall.
Old school.
Kokomo Mall areas. What's that?
Yeah.
Okay, I said
Yeah, but the Gen Z, the Zoomers don't know.
they don't
that.
even know what that is.
But-
But like it's all over there in that area, so people are maybe going to like Gabe's and then going there. I guess there probably would be a drop off in quality of customer if you went to Walmart and then went to Penn Station.
That is true.
If they were in the Walmart parking lot, maybe they're like dealing with, oh god, get somebody come out here. We got to knock this guy with a broom out of here again because he's in here fucking jerking off in the corner. Like they probably
That
just
is
deal
true.
with the worst
I didn't even
people.
think about that, but
Yeah.
yeah, you're right. Being right by Walmart, they probably get the worst people. They're in between Walmart and a used car lot. Like they get the worst people.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Because the Penn Station down in Indy, it was. I mean, it's nice.
Yeah.
So,
Well, the Wendy's over there is fucking great. I love those people too. The Wendy's over by Walmart is actually legit. They're good.
I don't really go.
They're always sweet, and I go through there.
I live by the one on the fountain. So
Yeah. I go. That's where I go most of the time. Whenever I end up venturing over there to get me a little bacon, a little junior bacon cheeseburger, a little $5 biggie bag. That's the greatest invention, right? It's way better than the dollar menu, right? Like
the $5 biggie bag.
Oh, it's better than the dollar menu.
For what?
Yeah, from
The
Wendy's.
Wendy's. Have you ever the biggie bag?
No.
You get a burger, you get nuggets, you get fries, and you get a drink
for $5.
What?
for $5.
The best
good.
best Wendy's hack ever.
Yeah.
Because I'm a fast food hack guy.
Yeah.
Boot
I've heard
box.
people say you're a hack. I'm just kidding.
Boot. Yeah.
I'm just kidding. That's a joke. That's a joke. It's a joke.
Oh, God.
That's a hurtful because he's a comedian. That's a joke.
The Boo Bucks. You threw me off.
I know, I'm sorry. I couldn't have said the joke if I didn't say it.
You buy the Boo Bucks for $1, right? And
Yeah.
It's 3 coupons for 3 like junior Frosties.
Oh yeah.
You go in at the end of the night and be like, "Hey, I have Boo Bucks," and they're like, "Oh, how many do you have?" "Oh, I have 3. Do you mind putting them in a large cup?" So for $1, you just got
Get a large
large
it's
cup
way
of
Better.
Frosties.
What are Boo Bucks? I don't even know.
It's St. Jude, right? Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Where you buy the little keychain thing.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and this first like goes to
I
St.
did that
Jude.
one year. It was the best.
And you get to feel good because you're like, this is for charity. I'm eating ice cream for charity, actually.
But really, it's for gluttony.
Yeah. Do you dip the
Same
fries?
thing, right?
Do you dip the
Oh,
fries?
yeah. Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
My girl loves to dip
I ain't
the
no
fries.
bitch.
Yeah, yes, I know. I like their Baconator
We don't
fries.
fuck around around here.
Baconator fries.
Baconator fry. I don't even. So I'll get the $5 biggie bag, and I'm like, can I get the Baconator fries with that? And it's like only like 69 cents or something like that. I'm like, this is so worth it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, Baconator
It's cheap.
fries is the best.
That's a good hack.
Yeah, that's a good hack. I'm also a hack.
Dude, I just got at Taco Bell. They have a grilled cheese burrito, but it's steak and bacon now.
Oh
So
shit.
it's steak and bacon and
Oh,
the
I
grilled
had
cheese
that.
burrito. Oh,
I did have that.
It was fucking delicious.
No joke. I went through that because normally, like we've talked about this before with Taco Bell. It's the one place I go to that I don't know what I'm getting before I
Yeah.
get there.
Yeah.
Like I have a couple of things that I like to hit.
Yeah.
But I don't know what I'm getting, so I'll
Yeah.
like, what's your fucking special?
They ran out of the roll-ups. They stopped
I
selling them.
know. That hurt my feelings. But then they came up with this grilled cheese thing. And the last time I went there, I got that and I was like, this is so good. And then I was ordering on the app and they didn't have it. Like, I couldn't, you don't see the menu. So I just ordered bullshit. And then I got there, I was like, motherfucker. It's like, I didn't get the grilled cheese. That thing's so good.
Steak and bacon grilled cheese.
Oh,
it's like, man,
dude.
so it had like bacon in the
Made me feel fat right now.
the
I'm
cheese that was grilled on top of the
I have a
burrito.
burrito in here if
It
you
had
want
the
it.
bacon underneath the cheese. Yeah, it was really
Have
there
you
bean
tried
in
the
it?
Chalupa Street Tacos?
It's a rice
Yes,
and
those are good too.
cheesy
yeah.
bean and rice burrito.
I love
there
street
bean?
taco stuff. Yeah,
That's what I asked.
elote.
I forgot what it was.
I don't like beans.
I don't know what to get there. So
The
I
cheesy
just like
roll
this
up,
first thing I see.
or not the cheese roll, the chicken roll up thing that they had before, and you dip them, so good. One of the things they gave you was like a 5-layer beef like burrito, but I'm always like, take that layer out. I don't want beans at all. I don't want that fucking layer. Throw that layer away.
I like beans.
I like beans.
I like beans.
I like beans.
What's the name of that dog?
Roll that beautiful
There you
bean
go.
footage.
What's the dog's name? You guys remember? I can't remember his name. Fuck.
Does he have a name?
Yeah, he has a
Wait,
dog. Oscar. No, what's they always say his name.
Yeah.
Fuck. I
know what you're talking about.
But yeah, they have that.
Roll that
That
beautiful
shit was
bean
good
footage.
back in the day. That's the
Bush's
one thing.
baked beans.
That's the one thing about like modern commercials is they're never going to be as good as when we were kids.
Yeah.
Because they're too like marketing oriented and they're less like let's just do some stupid shit.
So the other day I noticed like, okay, what was it? It was like it was a commercial on. What was it on?
Was it when we were watching the nostalgic commercials?
No. This was a new commercial.
We do this often.
It may have been on YouTube or like Pluto or something, but it was a new commercial for a toy. But it was directed at the adult.
Yeah.
It was like I can't remember what it was now, but it was like it was so weird, and I was like,
You're not allowed to advertise for kids anymore.
yeah, it was like they couldn't advertise to the kid. It was like it was Tonka trucks. There was a Tonka truck commercial. It was like metal Tonka trucks, just like we had when we were kids.
Yeah.
But the commercial was literally it showed kids playing with it, and it was like made of all steel Tonka trucks, just like you remember when you were a kid. Now your kids are gonna like it too. I'm like, what? I don't ever remember commercials being directed at our parents. They were always directed at us. Like,
Yeah.
kids, you're going to love this, blah, blah, blah. Like,
get out of school and get some fucking pizza rolls right now.
It was such but it was such a weird thing. It was like, oh, the Tonka truck's just like you remember. Your kids are gonna like them too. Like, why not just direct this at the kids?
Well, that makes sense.
They're still advertising to the same
do they
people.
think
Steal $10
Yeah.
out your mom's purse.
Yeah.
They're like, I don't know if it's
Like,
maybe
you
like
guys remember commercials, so you're gonna.
like kids these days don't watch commercials, so it's like
Yeah.
they don't know what it is, so we have to direct it to the
It's a
adult.
nostalgic commercial directed to the same people that.
So
it
like
used
we
to
have been
be.
targeted since we were kids, and now we're still being targeted
Yeah,
for
it's
our
Bullshit.
Millennials are nostalgic bitches. That's us.
It is true. It is true.
Yeah, it's
You're
all-
wearing a Star Wars T-shirt right
Yeah,
now.
you got a Rockets nostalgia hat on right now.
Nostalgia hat.
I've got
Jordans.
I've got a wrestling shirt.
I've got a
underneath
Grey
this.
Garden shirt on.
Yeah, I'm a woman.
Nostalgia.
Yeah, but you're surrounded by Pokemon, so don't even talk about nostalgia.
No, but we have a whole song about nostalgia called Spring 06.
Nostalgia
It's
is
literally about it.
we are that's a good point. So they're just directing the commercials at us now. I just thought it was really bizarre. I was like, this is weird. Like I feel
So
like,
I'm just imagining, maybe that's what we should do. We should do a commercial for Totino's Pizza Rolls, and instead of we'll redo the whole commercial, but it's to the parents like, oh man, you just got off of work and you don't want to make food for these kids.
Oh my God, let's redo all the commercials.
Let's redo all of them, but to us again. We're like, but you had a pretty good. Who made the one of you guys made the point where it's like when we got inundated with all these commercials when we were kids, and now they've made it illegal to give them to the kids, and so now we're getting targeted again with it.
Yeah.
It's like all that's
Yeah.
what you said,
Yeah.
right?
It's crazy.
They're all coming at us now, and it's like God.
They've continued to stick with the same generation of people to target.
So
their-
when we
was
die
really
out, who do
fun,
they
yeah.
talk to? We
Yeah.
all die, and they're like,
we can't market anymore, guys.
buy the product.
well, by then
You'll
we
like
won't
it.
need commercials because what we pay for no ads on everything.
I guess
What's that movie with Ricky Gervais where like he can't tell a lie? The Invention of Lying, I think it's
Invention
called.
of Lying.
Liar,
Yeah, you ever seen
liar.
remember the commercial in there? It's Coke. It's the same as it's always been.
Yeah.
Drink it.
Yeah.
Serve Coke responsibly. That's going to be the commercials of the future.
Yeah, that's
just
true.
information.
I mean, Skynet's gonna be taken over anyway, so AI is gonna be writing all the commercials. So
AI won't even be able to like target us, so they'll be like, they'll be talking to the other AI to
is
like
it
slip
really
into the
illegal to
conversation.
target to kids? Is that a
Pretty
thing?
sure.
Illegal? Like there's been like a
That's
bill,
crazy.
like in Congress.
You just can't market to children. Jesus. Well, it's probably because like when we were kids.
No wonder you're trying to pass her off to Five Guys.
Yeah, but Charlie took care of her.
Charlie took care of it.
But like you think about it, like when we were kids, it was like I understand what you're talking about, but that's for like other things like cigarettes. Like Joe Camel was like the coolest guy ever. He's a freaking cartoon camel.
Yeah.
That dude was directed at kids.
Yeah,
100%.
absolutely.
And like I understand if you can't direct alcohol or cigarettes or something like that toward kids, but for a Tonky truck,
Yeah, it's literally a toy.
I don't understand.
Who the fuck else is it supposed to be for?
Yeah.
I mean, I know
Okay,
we're
but
the one
what
paying
if-
for it.
I mean,
What
I
if
had some
instead of,
badass
like,
Tonka trucks, so
commercials,
I get it.
They just like send brainwaves of like products, kind of like they do with like this. The
Oh, just
targeted
more
ads.
sinister? We should just go more sinister? We're trying to fix society and
Yeah.
use it. Let's be more sinister?
No, this is what it's going to turn into because nobody like pays attention to like commercials anymore.
No.
So like as you're scrolling through Facebook, you start to see like things
They're already doing
you've
that to
talked
us,
about.
right?
I know.
Yeah.
But like, what if it just
We're all going to
slowly
go
starts,
home.
Like, you just
It's gonna
start
beam it to
thinking
us.
about it.
Yeah.
We're all going to go home and we're going to open up our phones or our tablets or computers and it's going to be like Tonka trucks. Buy them today. It's
Yeah,
going to all,
yeah.
because we talked about it a little bit.
Well, it's gonna be like Futurama. You guys
Yeah.
watch Futurama?
Yeah.
They're gonna
It's great. It's a great show.
start putting things on our brains.
Yeah, they're on Futurama. That's what they do. It's the
Oh.
year 3000 or whatever, and like he dreams.
Like, you'll randomly
there's
have
a commercial in
intrusive
his
thoughts
dream,
of these
and he wakes
things,
up and he's
yeah.
like, "I have to go buy these underwear." It was
Bro.
a commercial
Yeah,
for
that's what
underwear,
I meant.
and I'm like, "They're gonna beam it into our brains."
That's what I said. That's what I was saying.
That's exactly how I feel. Tell me what you think about this, Sean. I think it's bullshit if like I'm sleeping at night and I fall asleep and I have dreams about working all night and then I wake up and I have to go to work. I should be able to call in and be like, "No, I gave you plenty of time last night.
Yeah.
Let me have some time off."
yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So I've had that. I've been a server most of my life. Y'all need to come out to eat with me. I've waited tables at so many other restaurants in this town. I have ins.
Yeah.
Like last night,
to
me
know.
and Christina went to Texas Roadhouse. There was a 20-minute wait. I asked for a specific server. They saw me. I was sat within 30 seconds.
Yeah.
I was out of there in 30 minutes. They knew they were going to get a 20% tip.
Yeah.
It was great. It was
Yeah.
a great experience. But that being said, I'm sorry I lost it.
No. I like the concept because like Shelby's also a server, so I have the same kind of in with her. But like I'm just imagining like you walk in and they're like, "Oh, we'll sit you down." And they're like, "This guy no called no."
Oh yeah,
show.
the
He's spitting
dream.
his drink."
Yes.
The dream. Yeah.
I will like sometimes in my dreams I'll be like, oh shit, I didn't ring that in.
Yeah. Yeah. I have dreams all the time about past jobs. I don't have dreams about my current job.
Yeah.
But I have dreams that I'm like working at KFC.
Yeah.
All the time.
Oh, yeah.
Constantly.
Mine's school. I have a reoccurring school dream. That's the one that's the worst for me. Like, I didn't graduate. I have to hurry up and get everything done real
Dude,
quick.
so the craziest thing. So before I got GED because I didn't graduate because I'm a fucking idiot.
You
But
dumbass.
But before, up until that point, from the time that I dropped out until I was like 27 when I got my GED, probably, like for like those 10 years or whatever, I used to have recurring dreams all the time that I was in high school.
And you were stuck.
And I couldn't find my locker, and I didn't know what classes I had to go to. And I finally found my locker, and I couldn't make it to class. And it was like, it was like I was stuck in limbo in there. After I got my GED, I've not had it ever since. It's crazy.
And I literally,
subconscious
I
thing,
asked like a dream person, I'm like, what does this mean? And they're like, it means you're gay. And I was like, I fucking knew it, dude, the whole time. No, I have that dream.
Yeah, mine was.
I have a story kind of similar. Like, it happened in real life for me. So, like, when I was 16, my stepbrother lived with us, Franklin Jr., he's 8 years older than me, so he was already an adult. I was in middle school asleep, and, like, he would come home from work, and I'd be asleep on the couch, and he would, like, tap my nose and shit like that. And so I'd always, like, and wake up, Franklin, what the hell?
Yeah.
So I was in science class, like, head down asleep, and then my sleeve touched my nose, and Franklin Jr. fucking quit. And I'm in fucking class.
That's hilarious.
You didn't know this, but I actually know Franklin. It was actually his dick that was poking you in the nose. He was like, boom, boom.
Could have been.
I'm just kidding. That's hilarious, dude. Franklin fucking quit it. I hate that turtle. I'm about to fight. Slow ass
my God.
bitch.
The other day, what was it, Friday? I just got irrationally angry because I thought I heard Caillou.
Start a period.
Oh, God,
Caillou, yeah.
I thought I heard, and I turned around and Castiel's watching fucking Caillou on his tablet, and I'm like, no, absolutely not, and I blocked the page on his YouTube.
Oh, like you heard it in your dream, like you woke up to it?
No, like I actually heard it. He said Franklin, and I remembered fucking Caillou.
It's like a whole
Caillou.
Like we can do a whole skit where you're like sitting in the kid doing dishes, like, hey, sweet boy, and then you hear Caillou.
No, I just got irrationally angry because I heard the music
I don't even
for
have
Caillou.
kids, and I get irrationally angry about Caillou. It's annoying.
Caillou so much.
Yeah. I don't really fuck with Caillou like that. My kids don't really fuck with him like that.
I didn't think he would. Why would he find Caillou?
My 3-year-old just got into Thomas the Train, and I'm all for it. I love Thomas the Train.
I love it. I have
Dude,
so
that
much
shit makes me
Thomas
laugh. The
Thomas
voices
is
in
amazing.
that. Thomas!
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Castiel loves trains.
I know. It's like, he just really, like... You met his mom.
I also love trains. Maybe not. Maybe more.
Sorry. That opening was too good.
Yeah. Walked right into it.
Just like my mom. I'm just kidding. No, like,
I think I've made that joke.
I know, right? The baby's just been obsessed with Thomas lately, and like he'll be in the living room on the front of the TV, and he'll just have all these trains, and he'll be like, oh, train. Because like everything's nothing, and then it's the word that he's looking for. Train, and then he's like, lately he's been obsessed. He'll come up to me and be like, glasses and hat, and just walk away. And I'm like, okay, kid. So like I'll just be sitting there. I won't even have my glasses or hat on. He'll come like, what are the glasses and hat? And I'm like, okay, like you know what I mean? Like what the fuck are we talking about here?
So
He's like,
Castiel is old enough to like understand what's going on the TV now.
Oh hell yeah.
So like he was watching
I have
Blippi.
to turn the porn off, and
He was watching Blippi,
Fucking
and he's
Blippi. I hate
sitting
Blippi,
there.
too.
No, Blippi, the ball goes in the other hole.
he's getting
and
angry.
he's getting mad at him. He's like, Blippi, you don't listen. You're not even listening to me. You put the ball in the other hole, and I'm like, would you calm down?
And you're like, and then like a half hour later, you're like, Castillo, you're not listening.
know.
Toys with the toy. And you're like, hold on, wait a minute. He's literally doing you. He's just doing an impression of you talking to Blippi. Blippi's funny to me, dude.
at least he understands that Blippi's an idiot. So.
Yeah. I think that's when you grow out of like those stupid kid movies. It's like the kid shows when you're like,
Blippi.
because like it'll be funny. We'll be in there, and Jackson and Castillo are around the same age,
Yeah.
like a month apart, and it'll be so funny to me, a month or two apart. It'll be so funny to me because it'll be an episode he's seen like 400 times, and they'll say like, "What color is the ball?" And he's not even looking. He'll be like, "Green," and then you'll hear green. I'm like, this motherfucker didn't even look. Like he's got this shit down to a damn science. He's like, I've seen this episode. It's green. I'm gonna yell it out because they need to know. Because if nobody yells it out, how the fuck are they gonna know? But like, I don't even know. Look,
Idiots don't even know their freaking colors.
it is funny how that happens. The baby started doing that too, and like half the time he's wrong, and it's so funny. They'll be like 1, 2, 3. What's the next one? He'll be like 11.
So confidently, yeah.
He'll be like 11. And I'm like, I don't think it's 11, Bob. I don't know where you're getting that from. Math isn't math. I love it. Kids are so fun when
That's
they're
why
like,
I named my cat 4-6 when I was.
Because you're
their
like,
age.
whatever, 46.
Yeah.
Not even 46, it was 4-6.
4-6.
Yeah.
Was her name.
You think it was like you were like on the CB radio. You're like, oh, breaker 4-6 here. We're going to.
Maybe my birthday's 10-4.
10-4. Yeah. Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
That's hilarious, dude. Maybe you really are.
Yeah.
Maybe you should be a trucker.
I should.
I just imagine her trying to get out. Like every time she's trying to get out and back in, she's like, Jesus Christ.
I drive a fork truck, so.
You just need an
That's
escalator. One of those things that like push you all the way up till you get in.
Yeah.
That's cool. They had those when I was in Italy. The guys that drove the 5 tons or whatever, 4 tons, whatever, 2 tons, 3 tons. I don't know.
I don't know trucker.
I don't know.
What?
How many tons is that, Arthur? 11. It was 11 ton, I guess. But no, like they had all these big trucks, and that's what they had. Like they were like Mercedes Benz, like front end Mercedes like trucks. Dude, these things were decked out, man. I had to ride with them to like Sorrento, not Sorrento, to I had to ride with them somewhere up north. I can't remember what it was called at this time, but Gaeta, that's what it's called, Gaeta. So we would ride all the way up there, and it'd be an hour and a half long trip there, and an hour and a half, and the entire time he's just fucking watching porn. I'm sitting there, and this dude's just watching people hardcore.
That's what truck
What was
drivers
this?
do.
What were you doing?
When I was in the Navy, we had
Okay.
to every once in a while we had to take.
There was so many seamen.
I'm sure he's never heard that joke.
He saw more. I saw more semen in his truck rides than I did in the entire time I was in the Navy, for sure. It was just like hardcore porn the whole time, like DPing and shit. And I'm like, bro, can you put on like, can we get a storyline at least where we can both share this time? Like, I'm just over here, and he's not like jerking off. No, he's just like, oh. It's like he's had multiple screens going on. And I'm like, this guy's like fucking running. He's running a train.
He was.
Yeah, he was running a train on different shows.
On his head.
Yeah. Speaking of the nostalgia thing, I did want to bring this up because I've had this on there for. Would you guys watch it? That's all I want to
Yes.
know. Would you guys watch it?
Absolutely.
No.
What's the song? Do you remember the song?
Sit on my face.
Oh my
Jesus. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, she's kind of hot though. I'm not. I mean,
What is it? The big comfy couch?
yeah, that's what. Remember the song? What's the song? Wasn't
I
there
don't
a
know.
song?
I just remember her on that rug with her
the
leg.
big comfy couch, something like that. Oh yeah, when she would do the leg
When
thing.
she did the clock thing.
Oh dude, I bet the porn version of this is fucking solid.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
She did the 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock.
I never
3
watched it. It annoyed me. So I
No,
never watched
my
it.
little brother was obsessed with this. He loved and bananas and pajamas. He was like obsessed with bananas.
My brother was into that too. I
like
was not
that.
into it.
We
I
were
feel
too,
like
we were
I'm
already
like
old.
so much younger
I think
than
it's
you,
like right up.
but I'm really not.
You're a year younger, but it feels like a huge gap in like
Yeah.
pop culture and stuff. Like
There was
it's
a lot
weird.
of things
I
turned
was
the
an
corner.
only child
Yeah.
is the problem.
Yeah.
That too, yeah. 'Cause
I had
we had
no
brothers,
influence
so
from older
yeah.
siblings.
Yeah, we did have brothers, and we had to deal with them watching the shit. But then we would just be like, "You're gay." That's all we would say. And then
Like my older brother's 4 years older than me, so like I was already into. Like I remember him watching like Back to the Future and like Ghostbusters, like all those 80s stuff. That
Yeah, I never
even
had
though I was
that.
young. Yeah. So I feel like I'm in a generation above me. So I don't know.
I try to explain this phenomenon to my kids because they talk about how high school is so bad right now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, literally in our generation, you could have your backpack on, and that made you the other F word.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Two strapping. Yeah.
You wore your glasses today. You're the other F word.
Yeah. The other F word. I like it.
The other F word. That's funny, dude. It's true, man. Like everything you did, it was like anything that you did that was comfortable. You had to be we were forced into uncomfortability all
It's true.
the time.
Yeah.
Like the
No.
people with the rolly backpacks, you don't ever want to be a
Oh
rolly
no,
backpack
no,
person.
no.
that was the Q word.
Yeah.
That's been reappropriated back into pop culture as a different.
It's kind of crazy how that like. Literally, just from wearing your backpack that way, you get made
Yeah.
fun of.
Oh, yeah.
It's
One.
so-
You only had
it's
we can only put on
insane.
one. You
Yeah.
can put on two.
Nowadays, there's so much anti-bullying stuff that like you don't really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't
I mean,
have
kids
kids.
are
though,
still getting bullied, so.
Oh, I know, but I mean, like back in the day, it wasn't bullying.
Yeah, but they moved it to online. So
that was just normal for us, you know.
The bullying now
You
is
got
like, they
glasses?
told me that I was emo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't see, and you have to carry your books in a backpack to school because you're a walker. What a and you're like, what?
Right?
Yeah.
How did I do? All I did was I thought this was what I was supposed to do. So then you're walking around carrying your books. You can't fucking see. You're walking into walls and shit. And they're like, that guy's cool as fuck. He's walking into walls, and his books are falling out of his
He's
hand.
clearly drunk.
It was like I remember there was a guy. There was this kid that would. he wore jeans, but like by today's standards, the jeans actually fit him, you know. But back then, if you sit down and your pants throws out, oh, he's fighting the floods, like
Fighting the floods.
That was a thing. Like
I never had that problem.
Why were they making fun of this kid for wearing pants that fit?
Meanwhile, those kids had just come in from after it was raining outside, and the bottom of their pant legs were covered, and they were like ripped up from walking on them all
That was
wet.
me.
You were
And they were the
skinny
ones
jeans.
actually fighting the
So-
floods. That's why they're wet.
So I remember
It was just such a weird
look,
thing, you know?
these are my bell bottom pants. Mm-hmm. I remembered how much I loved them growing up, and then I started wearing them outside, and I was like, "This is fucking stupid. I'm
bullshit,
grown now.
Yeah.
My pants shouldn't be wet
yeah, exactly.
all the
Like,
time."
I remember like one time I remember it was like probably 4th grade or something, and there's a guy, one of the other kids, he was trying to he was teaching me how, like, this is how you want your pants to lay on your shoe, you know, you want it to be like that. Like, you don't want it to be underneath your shoe, but you want it to be, and I'm like looking back, it's like such a weird thing.
I had that convo with somebody too.
But kids,
isn't that weird?
Kids were so weird about fashion and stuff. I guess I don't know if they are now. I don't have kids.
Well, nowadays
But-
you just go on TikTok and they tell you what to wear. But when we were kids, we had to actually talk to each other and figure out
Yeah,
what's cool.
that's true.
What did you say is cool? Like you could go to one school and something that was like the F word at that school was cool at this school because we had our own micro ecosystems. Whereas nowadays it's all like a uniculture. Everybody's been talking about like monoculture. Everything's that everybody's like, hey, have you seen Stranger Things? Like, you know, everybody has the same. I was playing Starfield. Have you done the Entangled yet?
No.
Okay, there's this really cool thing in Starfield. It's been out long enough. I'm not trying to ruin anything for you, but like you go into to get this artifact, which is something you do in the game, and you're slipping between two universes. It's fucking cool because you're at the first time you run it, you're like, what the hell is happening? Because you just end up in it. And so I was playing it and the entire time. The thing I was like, are you in the Upside Down? I'm like, shut the fuck up. This is not. You know what I mean? I'm like, everything has to be Stranger Things.
Did you call him the other F word?
Yeah, I was like, you little.
Represent 90s. What's up?
I was like, stop being a. Okay. No. It was like
It is definitely a monoculture thing. Like it's becoming more of that because like and everything is so streamlined and everything is like. If it's on TikTok, then it's just, it's universally known now. It's like I don't know. It's
the best example, and then we'll go ahead and call it about an hour and a half in. But the best example that I can think of monoculture literally is Matt Rife. He is the most because none of us knew who Matt Rife was 2 months ago, 3 months ago, and then all of a sudden the monoculture said, "You got to know who this chiseled, hot, fucking Squidward looking dude,
Adonis.
Wow.
sexy
Are you
Squidward looking
simping?
dude is, huh?"
Are you simping?
No, Brian actually went and saw him, so he's the one that simps from Skid. Brian
he's
went
an
with
attractive
his
guy.
Yeah, he's a good-looking guy, but he also looks very. This is what I decided. This is why he's hot. This is why everybody thinks he's hot. And you guys, this is going to ruin it for you. He looks like Ruby Rose. Remember when girls were obsessed with Ruby
that. Yeah,
Rose?
I can see that.
It's the same haircut, same like face, like it's the exact
That's
same
true.
and body type. Like it's just very much. He's like a muscular, like a manly Ruby Rose. And to me, it's like that's what Justin Bieber looked like at that time. That's what Ellen looked like. It's like this very
Zac Efron.
yeah, it's like a
that
very
look.
like it's like what the monoculture thinks is sexy.
Yeah.
It's literally, and then he's got those big ass sexy lips. You know what I mean? He's got them DSLs going on. I think that's why he works well in the gay community as well because they're like, yeah, just kidding.
That's probably why he's blowing up in the monoculture thing because like, if you see him on TikTok or something, you see him before you hear him. You know?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he's pretty funny. Don't get me wrong, but like, I don't think he's funny enough to warrant his hype. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's decently funny, but his looks got him the rest of the way. His looks is what got him the first looks.
His material is okay.
Yeah.
His crowd work is A1. He's that's
good.
why I tell people,
He's
he's
a great
witty as
crowd
fuck.
worker.
He's super witty.
He is good and he's funny.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. He's funny, but like I just don't know if he's as funny to warrant the.
But that's
the hype
because
that
he cut his
gets.
teeth on Wildin' Out, and Wildin' Out
Yeah.
is about being witty and coming up with the joke. I mean, they write some of them obviously ahead, but a lot of it's being witty on the spot. And I think that's what it plays into this culture where comedians don't want to give away their set before it's a special because even if they're not going to get it on Showtime, Netflix, HBO, any of those places, Amazon, they're at least going to get it on fucking YouTube and release it themselves. So at the end of the day, it's like I can release these crowd clips because who gives a shit? And he's just really good at it. And I think one other thing about it, and then I'll push it to one of you guys, but like I feel like a lot of us saw him on Reels, TikToks, or whatever, and just ignored it because we're like, who the fuck's that? And we kept going. And then people started talking about it. We're like, oh, I've seen him. And then you watch the next one. Then you watch the next one. So maybe you didn't even watch him the first time, but you'd seen his face.
I heard his name. I had to look him up because
My
everybody was
list.
talking about him, and I was just like, okay, I'm gonna go check this guy out, see what's going on. And the first thing I thought when I pulled him up, I was like, okay, he's pretty attractive.
Yeah, makes sense.
And then I was like, okay, he's decently funny. And, I was
Yeah.
like, and I never listened to him again after
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I was like, I don't really care.
So right before he became popular, he was on Bertcast, and I am an avid listener of Bertcast. And he told the story about how like his dad killed himself. He's now older than his dad ever was. And then how Ralphie May was the first person to put him on. And so of course that pulled at my heart.
Oh yeah, those are your thing.
Yeah. So I was like, I wanted to support, and then I went back and I watched some of his stuff. I've watched pretty much everything he has on YouTube. He doesn't, it's hard to say, because like if I was to like, be very attractive and I got popular because of that, and I'm a millionaire now because of that.
Yeah, you're a cute guy.
You.
You're a cute guy.
I do my best.
Sorry.
He's like, you threw him off so hard.
He looked
Gotta elevate-
blushing.
Now he's
Like, oh my
blushing.
You
God.
got to elevate the homies.
Hey, did you just put your backpack on both arms? Because you seem like a...
Oh, God.
No, but
Sorry. Yes. Go ahead.
That was gay.
My bad. My bad.
I gotta get that one on here. Gay.
I'm just comfortable, okay? I'm not.
No, but if you were, you're like, maybe
Sorry,
it would help you get there quicker. I get it. It is like a hack, but almost like in the day, like being attractive actually kind of hurt you on stage. So it's like,
yeah, definitely.
now it helps because it's all TikTok.
Yeah.
But I mean, that being said, like, I'm not gonna hate on the guy.
No,
He got what he wanted out of his life. Great for him.
Yeah. And if it gets hotter girls to show up to comedy clubs, I'm
I
all
feel like
about
it's
it.
one of those fad comedians.
He's
He's
what?
going to be one of those fad comedians.
Hey,
Not the F word.
stop saying
Fat?
D.
Oh, fat. Okay. I thought-
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying with a T, and you're not allowed to say
Fat.
that word around me.
fat? Oh my God. How dare you?
As a former fat, I think that I'm still allowed to say it.
I see what you mean, though, because, like, and it's...
It's like he's going to be really popular right now, and then everybody's going to buy all these tickets, and then all the people that wanted to see him already saw him.
I see a lot of people
okay.
comparing him to, like, old Dane Cook.
Yeah, that's very
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It's a
It's
lot of
gonna be like
comparisons
that.
like that, but...
I don't think he was ready for the level of fame that he got, so
he
quickly
got
with
big
material.
fast.
Yeah. But at the same time, I think he's grown up in this new comedy ecosystem where everybody kind of like doesn't let you, like when Dane was coming up, everybody was hating. They fucking hated
yeah.
him. They treated him like shit.
I thought he was funny, but-
And there was a few people that came up with him that still treated him like a regular guy. But a lot of people fucking, like comedians,
Comedians hated him, yeah.
they hated him because it's like, who the fuck's this guy getting famous off of MySpace? Fuck this
Yeah.
guy. And then now this guy gets famous off TikTok. And then if you hear his story, which I think he might have told on Birdcast, I know he told it on Two Bears, which is he doesn't even use social media. He didn't even like TikTok. Somebody else was like, you should do it. And he was
Yeah.
like, okay, I guess I will.
Right.
And it just happened to blow up because he's got everything you want on there. He's got decent clips. He's attractive and good production wise, and on top of all of it, like he has done a few things that people are gonna be like, I've seen that guy somewhere, and I don't remember. So I'm excited for the guy. It's really great. I hope that he can like endeavor through this boom, and it doesn't like define him forever because he's gonna eventually get ugly, just like everybody does.
Well,
You know what
that's
I mean?
it's
Some of it's just
another-
happened
It's
earlier.
the people that like him. It's the tapioca women.
Yes. But that's another thing of like how things are right now, like especially in comedy, podcasting has made it so like I remember being a kid, like you would know a couple comics names, but then you'd see them on like Def Jam or something like that, and you'd be like, oh, that guy's funny. And there was no way. Now you can, it's so specialized with comedic podcasts that you can be like, I like these three comics and I watch every podcast.
Yeah, you can listen to him weekly now.
And,
There are podcasts. They're literally comedians that are really, really funny on podcasts, and their stage you're like,
Yeah. There's a
but
lot
they're
of those.
but you
Don't
love
be
their
mean to
podcast.
me.
Not talking about you are good on podcast. Look, he's just wanting comments. That's what he's doing. He's just
No,
fishing
you're
over
doing
here.
such a good job.
We're gonna get him a nice little fishing pole.
You need to start bringing in stickers.
I know, right? I thought about getting stickers that say, I was a guest on the Kokomo Press podcast, and all I got was a sticker, and then give it to everybody that's on, like when they're a guest, and then they can put it on their car or whatever.
I should say I was a guest on Kokomo Press podcast, and all I got was an STD.
And all I got was canceled.
Yes.
All I got was canceled, bro. No, it's exciting, man. I appreciate you guys coming through today. We did this version of this podcast a while back, and I had so much fun in that podcast that like we were originally supposed to have a Pocket Jones, but he ended up canceled. I mean, I was like, if I get Sean in here, it'd be a good time.
You gotta keep Matt and Sean at the same level.
Matt and Sean.
We're still tied.
Sean and Matt.
I thought I was going to have one up on you for a minute.
You
but-
almost did.
Okay, so
You're about to.
yesterday when you asked me, well, knowing what's happening, I mean, you've already leaked it. So
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be just you, me, him, and Michelle.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
I thought that's what you
my
were going to
bad.
do because we're the guests.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
the and friends or with
Yeah,
friends.
yeah. And I think we're gonna have a few more friends too. That we'll get them in here. But we talked a little bit about kind of how the process is gonna go coming up with this and how I expect to do it, and then of course it'll probably change based on what we're doing. But like obviously Courtney was gonna be on this week. She's literally has barely been able to be on the podcast. We've had plans for podcasts and they've died, or we've shot a podcast and it got deleted, and we've had so many things where. So I was like, I gotta get Courtney on at least 2 weeks in a row. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just to,
and then
just to
I can get
satiate
like
her.
3 months off again. Like
Yeah. I was afraid that if I didn't put her on the podcast soon, she was going to blow back
Well,
up.
I'm not
and gain
saying-
much weight. Just kidding.
yeah. I'm gonna get
Courtney's the
fat again.
homie.
Yeah,
I'm
I know.
not saying.
Oh, yeah. No, if you don't want Courtney here, just say that.
If you don't want me here, I'll leave.
I'll leave, dude.
I'll go back to the bathroom.
Now you're going back to being the villain of the show. That's what you get.
Why are you even here?
He's like,
Houston, we have a problem.
too many compliments. I need to revert to heel.
Need to go back to heel. Yeah. Anyway, thank you guys for coming on. Check out our go like this post and share it. Kokomo Press with live with friends, a holiday special Friday, December 15th, and it will be at 8 p.m. on Facebook Live. That's the tentative information. There might be some more that we release soon to let you guys know what we're doing, but there's going to be skits. It's a variety show. Skits, musical act, games, live. It's all going to be goofy, and we're going to have a bunch of guests come on here. We're going to talk about some stuff, and we're going to have a good time. So
Frontal
join
nudity.
us. Huh?
Sorry.
Frontal nudity?
Yeah.
Maddie's
I'm coming naked, by the way.
Okay. Well,
No,
Don't
you're
you
not.
usually come naked?
I'm coming just wearing a sock
naked
on my left foot.
naked except for the condom.
Sorry, finish
No,
it.
you're good.
My
Hold
bad.
on.
Condoms. Well, if you're in public, you don't want to leave any evidence.
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah, that's true. You don't want to leave any of your DNA evidence.
Yeah, go. Share the post.
Yeah,
Sorry,
let's go back to...
I completely cut you off. My
Check out
bad.
Kokomo Press with Friends, Kokomo Press Live with Friends holiday special Friday, December 15th, 8 p.m. on Facebook Live. It's going to be featuring myself. It's going to be featuring Cortni Richardson, Matty Crull, and Sean Delrymple, as well as more friends, Brian West, Poxy Jones, and more friends. But we're going to come out with more information soon. But let's hype this up. Share it around if you can, because if you do, it helps us tremendously, because the more people see it, that hopefully we make this a huge event, because I'd love it for it to become annual. And I mean annual.
Anal?
And I'm going to go back to reading about my anal thermometer. So thank you guys. I'm Danger Grainger.
I'm Matty Crull.
I'm Sean D.
And me, Cortni Richardson.
It's Kokomo Press Podcast, baby. We love you.
Hey, you just listened to the Kokomo Press Podcast. We thank you for tuning in. We hope you had a great time. If you did, go ahead and like us, subscribe to us, hit that notification bell, do all the things to help us get seen. Go find us over on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok. Like us, follow us there. And if you want to really, really help us out, we now have a new thing called Facebook subscriptions. It's only $4.99 a month, and it helps us build out even more than what we have already. Helps us get more equipment, helps us put money into shows, because we give you comedy shows, we give you guys skits, we give you guys podcasts, we give you guys jokes. And if you want to be a part of a group of people that actually get to talk to us and tell us your input first and get to directly speak to us, and maybe even, help us write some of these jokes, you can be a part of the group. Join that subscriber base. It's only $4.99 a month, and it's not a lot, but it helps us out tremendously. And it's going to give you an opportunity to maybe win some merch here and there. We're going to do a lot of fun things with our subscribers. So please check us out everywhere you can. And if you want to, subscribe to our page. Thanks for listening to this podcast. We love you. Thank you. 2 kisses.